sometimes you just need 2 countdowns in order to get it right. Sometimes it ain't right unless you got at least 2 countdowns. How are you guys tonight? Welcome to the ladies' room. We have a really fun show for you guys tonight. Let me go ahead and introduce part of my team. Our resident therapist will be hopping through a little bit later. But say hello to the people, Darwin Hill.
What's up, everybody? It's going to be a good one tonight.
And let me get my Supreme Super Saiyan wives to go ahead and give her intro,
Hold on one second. Apologies. Shalom to my Super Supreme, soon to be Super Supreme Saiyan wives. Don't forget the course is still $1,800 whenever you guys are ready to sign up to be those wives.
now I gotta be nosy. Why you just have to go on mute? You know what I'm saying? To have conversations in the middle of your intro. No, I'm just kidding.
See, when you take my course, all that having opinions, not gonna happen.
Because that's masculine, right?
Masculine. That's combative.
Well, I almost have a beard after that, right?
Exactly. I'm telling you, you don't want to do it.
Okay, masculine energy. Yeah, we really got to work on that over here. It's not really going to work out. So to get started, our first topic of the night was something very interesting that Raven, our Super Saiyan Supreme wife, actually sent to me. Did you want to give the intro for it? The fans versus forever. Did you want to talk about kind of what you thought about that or why you sent it?
With pleasure. I thought it was such a cute little concept. They love analogies, so why not? But the idea of a fan versus a forever was cute to me because, of course, the whole, the woman's supposed to submit and worship the man and, lick the ground he walks on. It goes with that whole, super fan kind of idea versus somebody that's forever, which someone that's going to, go with the ebbs and flows of relationships. So I just love the way the older guys put it. Old guys love telling good stories. So it was cute. I like it.
Okay. So I can hear myself. Okay, that's good. So I have a video clip to play. It came from, it looks like some other type of podcast or something where there were 2 older gentlemen. It seems like kind of talking about and discussing relationships. So I will play the clip and then we will discuss our opinions on it when it is done playing.
There we go. We didn't marry fans, we married forever. And we wanted forever to act like a fan. And forever's not impressed. Forever's not impressed. There's a different culture and code for forever that fans don't have to adhere to. Talk about it. So she wasn't, I'm not impressed, sir. Pay these bills. That's cute. Hold on, you said the different codes that forever operates in that fans don't. What is that code? Fans are so temporal. Fans are only here for victories. Forever's here for defeats. David? It's facts. Do you hear what you just said? I did. Fans only celebrate in the victories. I'm only as good as my last trophy. Forever says whether you have a trophy or not, I'm with you. Now, what Forever also says, if you do not have trophies, you have to level up. I'm going to be here, but level up. I'll never be a fan of yours. I will always be here forever. God dog it. And we marry fans, bro, and then wonder why they don't celebrate us when we're not winning. Because they're not forever. They're fans. I can't keep doing this podcast. Well, how many minutes we got left? He wearing me out.
Okay. So, what do we think about that? Who wants to go first? Hold on 1 second before we get started. Miss Jovo is in the building. Let me go ahead and get her in here with us.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
How colorful.
I know. Look at them glasses. Okay. All right. I see you.
You need Cannon shirt.
All right. That would have been perfect.
Yep.
Right above each other.
Y'all need to switch. Y'all need to switch it out.
Oh, okay.
But
take off your shirt.
Did you get an opportunity to see the video?
Yes, because I actually watched that podcast.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay. So I think Raven, you were going to speak first, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same thing we've been saying before. Regular relationships, not anything, any abnormal setup people tend to have going on. But regular relationships are between people that have genuine interest and genuine love for one another, not some kind of super submissive, super masculine freaks. Well, not freak, let me not shame. Super submissive kind of setup. Of course, I'm trolling with the whole Supreme saying wives, but it's sad hearing how many women are putting that out to be as if it's a healthy relationship dynamic, and it's not. So I love how they put it with the forever in fan, analogy. It was cute.
Okay.
You
Darwin?
you agree with that? The whole concept?
Yeah, I guess the extreme of it, I guess I understand what they're trying to illustrate. Of course, somebody that's going to be with you forever should be your fan, your biggest fan, I think, but not like fan girl, where they're just waiting for the finished product. Somebody that's actually willing to be there to, shoot with you in the gym, per se.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's the same thing I said when I heard it. The wording with the forever and fan. I was like, yo, shit, my wife could be both. But I got the analogy and everything. I totally agree. I think a lot of men do marry the fun girls because they're not thinking about long term. They just living in the moment. And they get caught up in the moment and oh, she's beautiful. Oh, we're having so much fun. And a lot of people do that. They be in that honeymoon stage and they think it's that they got they on cloud nine and they just want to take it to the next level, but they really not getting to know the person. You have to get to know these people in depth. You know what I'm saying? You got to know their highs, their lows, not just when everything is going good. You got to almost know like what would this person do? What is the worst thing that this person would do, and can I handle that? If you haven't been battle tested with this person, you're not gonna know that. So then when you get with these women, when these men get with these women that they've been taken out in court for 2 or 3 months and everything's been good, and then they marry them, and then it's about the woman getting more into the financial part of it, and can you take care of me on a daily basis? And if you can't, then I'm gonna leave because they're just not thinking long term. It's a lot to play. There's a lot to go into play when you settling down with somebody forever. You know what I'm saying? It's like
exactly.
It's a lot of moving parts in it. You know what I'm saying? And and a lot of people don't really talk about the things that you need to talk about when you picking that one person, right?
Right.
Because maybe they don't know to talk about it, or maybe they just don't want to open that can of worms because maybe they was traumatized about it and they just just don't want to touch on it. But you got to have those difficult conversations, especially when you talking about settling down with that one person forever.
I mean, I've said it before on the show that relationships, they evolve over time, and if you're not really if you're not really looking at long term, like I've been with the same person for over 20 years, and I can tell you that it has to evolve, and that not every day is going to be what it was like on the first date. And then you're going to have days where it's going to be great. You're going to have times where, you're going to go through these different life experiences and situations together. And it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun, but you have a partner when you all are able to kind of lean on each other during those experiences. But it's fun too. I don't want to spell out the picture to everybody that long-term relationships are like these storms. You got to weather the storm and struggle, and it's not all that. You just genuinely have fun with that person. Like I can honestly say, after 20-something years, that when something great happens to me, he the first person I want to tell. And when something crazy happens, or we both see something, and I might be out of town, we'll both pick up the phone still at the same time. Like, oh my God, did you see that? Did you hear that? you know? So like one of my favorite songs to kind of just that Usher song, Superstar. That's how I see my husband. I'm his biggest fan. I'm gonna be there when I'm mad at him. I'm gonna be there. And,
No. Wait a minute. Hold on. You gotta get the song right. You his groupie. You
oh yeah,
said
there you go.
song.
Yeah, yeah. He's the superstar. I'm his groupie. I
Yeah.
be your groupie, baby.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So and I love what Darwin said. A lot of times people don't talk about all of the non-fun stuff because people kind of think when they date and like I'm gonna find this person and I'm physically attracted to, and we have a lot of fun, and we're not gonna. You don't look at the other qualities and their ability to actually operate in the duty and the task that comes with being a spouse. They want to add water and stir and think, okay, things are gonna be great, and that's just not how it's gonna be. Like,
I think one of the worst things people be doing is like, I just, let whatever happens happens. Let's just like, nah, fuck that.
Yep. I can't stand that either.
We about to make some shit happen. Ain't no whatever happens. We about to make some shit happen. Together, let's sit down and talk about what we want to happen and let's make it happen. Ain't no surprises. Ain't too many surprises. I'm about to be taking and shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
How much money do you really make? Fuck all these nice dinners. You know what I'm saying? How much money is you struggling paying for these dinners, nigga? You know what I'm saying? I need to know this. You know what I'm saying? Now it's ravioli forever. You know what I'm saying? So come on now. You know, because dudes go broke to impress a woman. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they spend their savings. They'll borrow money. They'll get loans just to impress a woman. I've seen it happen. You know, then they get this woman, and things start getting serious, and they can't keep up with that. You know, and then things get hard. You know what I'm saying? And then they looking for this submissive woman that doesn't work and make more money than them. Now they can't even take care of this woman, and now they acting like it's the woman's fault. Like she left me. Nah, nigga, you put up this you portrayed to be this big baller, taking all these expensive dates, and you can't keep up with that. You spoiled her, and now you want to act like it's her fault. You know what I'm saying? That's just like a kid, and for 8 years, you know, you've been spoiling this kid with birthdays, big nice presents, and then when you don't tell the kid, well, the kid should never know what type of financial situation you're in. I can't use that example, but
you can't.
The one you're trying to settle down with supposed to, and a lot of these be scared to let these women know that they really broke. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They cuff them, and then they get in these situations where they living with them, and now the woman is, you know, now she got to be this strong, independent woman now that men really don't want. You know what I'm saying? Because now she has to help out, which is cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what a woman's supposed to do.
But I think that it also goes like a little bit deeper than that too, because I think that what he was also alluding to is, you know, when you initially get into relationships, there's always like everything is cute, everything is fun. There's like actually like a rush of serotonin that you get, like an excitement. You know what I mean? And you're never gonna get that again in that relationship. You're never gonna get that first initial rush of, you know, new relationship. Mm-hmm. You'll get different types of, you know, satisfying experiences, but you will never recapture that initial rush, right? Because that's just the nature of it. It can't be new again. Like it could be different and it could be something new, but you can't get that initial, you know, experience. And I feel like what he was saying too is that a lot of times people do chase that, right? They want the person who gonna think everything that they do is cute and everything that they say is funny, and think that they are this perfect person because they aren't living with them and aren't like actually dealing with things with them. So they go for the rush. They go to get that rush from that, you know, like, ooh, this person, you know, like that ego boost or whatever. And I kind of feel like that's what he was saying. Like you can't expect to get that from your forever partner. For like y'all dealing with real stuff, like, you know, it's way deeper than that, but it's actually what you need to be focused on, because it's what's actually going to sustain you while, you know, you're running out here trying to chase a high of feeling good and having ego when that person really don't care about you, right? They don't even know you. right? Like everything is all cute and everything because they don't really know you.
Right.
Like, of course, a person that knows you more deeply, that knows your flaws and all the good stuff and the bad stuff, is not going to be running around with googly eyes for you all day.
Nope.
You know, like that's just the reality. So I kind of feel like that's also, you know, what he was saying. What do you guys think?
Absolutely. I'm telling you from personal experience, like every day is not going to be cute. You know, I mean, you go through these moments where you have to like literally like rekindle that fire and find different ways to do that, but it'll never be like the first time. I treat people with drug addiction, right? And what made crack popular in the 80s was that first initial high. What they actually dramatize on television, that ain't a joke. Because I can't tell you how many sessions I've sat through and people, they have that. It felt great and I wanted to continuously have that feeling. But then you got all these people who are going from one relationship to the next saying that, well, it's the other person or they don't get me or they don't satisfy me. No, you the common denominator because you keep trying to chase something that's only going to happen one time. That moment in time is going to happen that one time. So you're not going to be honeymooners forever. So, you know, you only evolve after that, and how you all evolve together, that's up to you. But it really depends upon your internal attitude about what relationships look like and what marriage is going to look like. Like if your attitude is, if we're going to be together for a long time, it's just going to get old. Like when you hear people walking around saying, oh my God, I could never be married, it's boring. If you have that attitude about marriage and long-term relationships, and then you enter one and then you expect something to be different, then you just fooling yourself. Like you have to have that willingness and that open mind to say, how can we evolve so we can continue to click together? You know, how can we continue, evolve? Like I'm trying to make it to forever and getting to 18 was like, oh my God, it's a roller coaster of different emotions, a roller coaster of different things. It's like, oh my God, we so much in love to, oh dang, like we broke. Or oh man, we really want to have a kid and we trying to do this. All these different chapters that you go through together. And if you don't have a willing mind to say, I'm willing to go through it, or I'm willing to, throw some ideas out there for us to continue to click, then marriage and long-term relationships are not for you.
Yeah.
And I think the fan works, it does not work in their favor. It's counterproductive. Because like a fan and an idol, if you're pedestalized, it doesn't take much to knock you off the pedestal.
Oh my
God. We often hear, oh, men can't express their emotions. Well, if I'm your fan, no, when Kanye West cried on stage, I paid to see you sing. Okay, so you get up there and shuck and jive, all right? But
no, that's true.
When someone is your forever, you're humanized. I expect you to cry. I expect, we hear, oh, men can't show emotions, but when you guys are going to be together forever, I hope you show emotions, whether it be joy, sadness, anxiety, or whatever the case may be. Forever is forever. Yep. So I think, putting the fan and the idol is just, it's counterproductive.
So question, I can't even ask you two at the bottom, Raven and Miss Joe, because y'all been in love forever with you guys as husbands. So I can't.
Since I was 18 years old, I've been in love with the same person.
So I have to ask my thought wife.
No, what you're not gonna do is call my friend a thought on this.
How many? Thank you. We don't do that.
No, we ain't doing it.
If anybody,
that ain't it.
Not on me. Loves it. Not tonight.
How many forevers did you think you had until you really?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I love this question.
How many forevers? One.
Okay. Before me?
Yeah.
Who was this?
He better go home and measure up right now. I got this. He ain't got it. I got this. He ain't got it.
No, I mean, I was extremely young and green, and I also had an incentive to try to make it forever because we had a child together. So that's the whole point, where it's just like, oh, okay, well, this is the rest. This is my life. Like, it wasn't even like, oh, this is my life. Yeah, it was like, this is my life.
So the point I was making, like, I think I've dated a lot of women who wanted to settle down with me and marry me, but I was like nowhere like like you just in my eyes, you a fan. I might be your forever, but my eyes, you a fan, right? And I was kind of thinking like that's how you get caught up like that because I didn't know too much about them and they damn sure didn't know enough about me to even think that we should be settling down, right? And it used to amaze me like I don't know what religion you are. I don't know nothing about your mother, your father, your family. I'm not going to family events with them. They came to some of my family events just because they probably was with me that day and hey, let's my family doing something. But it's like the way people are picking their mates is tripped out to me. And we always ask couples like certain questions and they don't be knowing enough about their mates to even be married to them. We're like, well, that's why y'all acting like this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't even know nothing about each other. Y'all got with each other for the honeymoon phase. Y'all went through. Y'all didn't get deep and down to knowing each other, and then they in a marriage for like 30 years, and those are the men that tell the stories that convince other men that marriage isn't beneficial. Because they've been unhappy for 30 years. So of course, listen to these old grumpy men, all the men my age and younger, they could be like, nah, I ain't getting married. That's dead. I never find my forever because these women are crazy. Nah, you just gotta take your time and vet these women right and learn what your forever is. You just can't. It's not all about the happiness and the smiles and like he said, the victories. Everybody is around for victories. Your girlfriend, your friends, everybody's around for victories. They want to celebrate with you. But it's that one person that's gonna be there and pull you out the mud. You know what I'm saying? Like who is that? Who is that woman? And a lot of men pass that woman up all the time. I see it all the time. They wishing I should have married her. That's the one I should have been with her because that was the one that wasn't kissing my ass. That was the one who was answering the phone every time I call. That was the one who's kept it real with me. And they pass them up for stupid reasons. She had 3 bodies on her. What the fuck? Stuff like that. And it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm telling you, that's because they don't know who they are. They don't know what they want and who they are. They out here going through partners and then have, just like you said, have the nerve to say, well, she got 3 bodies on her. I don't know about her. And it's just like I told y'all, I married a party boy. My husband ain't never asked me, you got some bodies on you? Like, he never asked me. Like, I don't get that. I told somebody the other day I couldn't date right now. I just couldn't. I'll be like an old lady, like at like a rap concert. Like, listen to music. It's all out of place. People gonna be looking at me like, what in the world? Why is she standing there looking like that? That's how I would look if I was dating right now. I promise you. Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. But no, I don't think they know who they are. That's why they just kind of blindly out here sleeping with folks. Some people don't even know what it's like to have an intimate connection with another person.
Yeah, they confuse sex with intimacy.
There you go. That part right there. And not to mention that the lack of knowledge of what type of attachment style they have, and they don't understand their life history factors. They don't understand themselves. Mm-hmm. And that's why I tell people, I've told clients before, like, this is your 4th relationship in the last 5 years. Like, I need you to take therapy more seriously, and we need to start talking about you, not these other people, because you're the common denominator.
Yep. No,
it ain't got nothing to do with her not being, what is it? Friendly, fit,
feminine, and friendly. Oh my God!
It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's something going on with you.
No, I think that's very true because there are certain times like you'll have conversations with people and sometimes they've been together for a long time, but they really don't know the most basic things like about their partners. And I don't necessarily think it's the easiest thing to maintain because sometimes you get caught up in the day-to-day and you will lose each other. Like you'll lose where each other are because you're not like most people are not going to come in and have an entire accounting of where they are in their lives. You know what I mean? So you'll just go through the day-to-day and you can literally lose each other. Like you can lose what the other person is interested in, like what they care about now, things that they like and don't like that have changed over time. That can happen. But that's why it does require a lot of being intentional in order to kind of offset that as it does.
Yes.
Not to say that it never will, but it's like you have to be intentional at some point and make an effort to be interested and reconnect and do all those things.
Miss Jovo, I got a question. It might be a little bit off subject. I don't know, but it might not. Um, do you think a man can live a healthy life if he just played the field forever? Like I'm talking about was just a player, dated women, um, and like it can he be healthy, or is it just somebody hurt him?
It depends on the man, because if he is not a well-adjusted individual, if he shows no ability to really take care of himself, and he's playing, like, why would he be playing the field? Like I guess that's my question. Like, why would he be playing the field? What purpose would he have? Does he have a purpose behind it? Is it just sex, or I mean, what is his what is he looking for?
Because I just, I always think it's never one thing, right? So when I say that, I mean I don't think every man should have to get married to be like this good man and this healthy, this mentally healthy guy. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times when people look at even women too, when they look at women or men, they be like, oh, it's 40 years old and she don't even want to get married. He's 40 years old and ain't looking for marriage. Is that always a bad thing, or can people just live their whole life and just date different people and just have fun? I mean, I know the stigma on that is like, oh, something's got to be wrong with this dude. He must have mother issues, or some women must have hurt him. That's why he don't want to settle down. But I just can't believe that everybody was meant to be married. I
don't believe everybody is meant to be married. I don't. I think that for some people, they look at companionship. It's something that they need and desire in life. But if they don't get married, I don't think that they're going to have all these big regrets, especially what the manosphere is selling about certain women. Like, oh my gosh, she gonna die alone or whatever. Like, I mean, I can honestly say I have women in my family. I know women, they're not out here like their whole life focus is not on the fact that they're not married. They have other things going on in their life. So, I might make some of the religious people mad when I say this, but it's not our destiny. It's not in all our destiny. I think somebody can be healthy. They can date, they can set boundaries, and they can say, okay, that's as far as I want to take it right now. Or
in the way that they're dating, though, what if they?
Yeah, right. And Cannon, you took the words out my mouth. Like if they are dating and they're being, really honest with the people that they're dating. Like, I'm just interested in companionship. They may want somebody to travel with. You see this, Darwin, with the with the over 50 folks. It's a good bit of elderly people out there they dating and they ain't getting married. Mm-hmm. Like maybe he widowed and he see his neighbor across the street and they just have he at a point in his life that I just want companionship.
But I'm talking about people who just never realize, because I know some people who don't like to be touched. Like, don't touch me. Like, so I feel like certain characteristics that people have is not even manageable in a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like this person can't deal with another person every day. It's like a life like this with
right.
How he is, because sometimes I don't even want my wife to touch me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, God, stop touching me. That makes me go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
No, like, I do understand that. I think that those people do exist. To me, it's almost like what we talk about with like education. Like all of us have been kind of sold this blueprint that I know in my family, it was you go to school, you get to the 12th grade, you're deciding on a college and you go to college. Well, that's not the path for everybody. Like some people, they get into corporate America early in life. Some people start their own business or all these different opportunities. I think it can be the same way in dating. I don't see myself as that person, obviously, but I think it can be the same thing. I think a young woman or a young man, maybe their focus is not on like long term. They might travel a lot for work. They might be in like a doctoral program where they're super focused on something else, and they may not be able to. They have the awareness to say rather that a long-term relationship is not ideal for me. Almost like couples who decide not to have kids. They're like, that's just not our lifestyle. I think it can happen.
I do think we kind of have like a more individualistic society now versus back in the day where you had to have like 5, 6 kids to tend to a farm or help you run the house. But now people are self-sustaining or self-sustainable. Sorry. So man or woman, as long as you're being, safe and not crazy out there. I think what kind of threw me off was the whole playing the field. Because when I think of that, the connotation is, I mean, breaking hearts, which that may not be what you're talking about, but that's what I hear when I hear playing the field.
But like you said, you being honest with these women, you telling them like, listen here,
yeah, that's a whole different thing.
I'm not looking for nothing serious. I just want to have
fun.
friends.
And you're not having a bunch of kids all over.
Right. Yeah. I think it's about the impact you're having on the society around you.
And I think a lot of, and this segment is specifically for the NBA players that's going to be watching us soon. Listen to this. They shouldn't get married. Stop getting married. Y'all just stop getting married in your prime. Y'all know y'all out there. Get tired of these women taking your money and you complaining about it. Stop getting married.
Yes, let me go ahead and shout out the chat. We got some people who've been rocking with us from the beginning. We have the Book of Genesis coming through. Hey, lady. We have Blue Devil G in the building. We have Venom, the Tiger Dragon. He always come through and support. How you doing? We on Lock Nation is here. Mr. Rucker came through. He always got to throw out the prenup. So, that's just standard for what we have at this point. Welcome, everybody, and thank you for being
Yo, Lock, what's up, baby?
So,
what's up, baby?
So to close that out, I definitely agree that if it comes to you actually having a plan to have that forever family, that forever with the partner, it definitely has to be intentional, and you cannot expect to continue to chase that high and that rush of serotonin that you get when a relationship is new, So let's move on to the next topic. This one's going to be fun. Rizzo versus Aries Spears. So if you guys are familiar at all, earlier this week, a clip of Aries Spears, if you don't know who that is, he used to be on Mad TV. That just goes to show you how long ago that was, on Mad TV back in the day. And he was asked about what does he think about Lizzo. And I'm sure the question was related to like her music. But then he went on to basically say she looks like a poop emoji and she has a pretty face, but her friends need to tell her that she needs to put the eclairs down. And he also said that, he's not the most in shape, but he's still handsome and gets women. So a lot of people responded to that. And they definitely went on to shame him for his looks and his weight as well, which I'm not sure is absolutely the most effective way to deal with the situation. But I mean, it's definitely to be expected when you look like that and you're talking about what other people look like. I think that that's just what's going to happen. So what do you guys think about it? Or the better question is, when it comes to a lot of these conversations, because a lot of people have a lot to say about Lizzo's size, do you think it really is about a health concern? Because they always go back to say it's not healthy for her to promote, being this unhealthy weight. So do you guys think that that's what it's about, or is it?
It's not about health. It never was about health. It's not about health. Okay, people just need to get off their soapboxes and pedestals, talking and having themselves thinking that, like, people love to put on pure white and start pointing the finger, don't they? Like the old lady from the church grabbing their pearls. Like, I could never. And you done worse stuff than Lizzo. The problem that they have with Lizzo is what we have always talked about it on this show, which is women. They're not going for it no more. They're not going for you shaming them in public about how they look. They're not meeting these standards that basically were made up. Okay. They're not going for it anymore. People are mad because Audacity was on sale and she bought it by the bulk. That's why they're mad. That's why they're mad. They're mad because she's using the very same things that if you've ever heard her interview or seen her on live or whatever, the very same things, right down to her playing multiple instruments, her voice. She got teased about how she sings, all these different things. That all of those things that were used against her, she's using these things and she's cashing out. In my mind, when I see her, I see Lady Gaga, my other artist that I love. Lady Gaga was so unpopular in high school. She has talked about it so many times. She was bullied because she wanted to be like Madonna. She wanted to, she took voice, singing, and acting. She was grouped with these different clusters of kids. You see these little cliques in high school. She was grouped as someone who basically, like she said, people saw her as a nothing. Now she's one of the highest paid entertainers on the planet because she took what people thought was character flaws and turned it into a moneymaker. Mm-hmm. She was they're being themselves. And the other thing they don't like about Lizzo is able to say, you know what? Yesterday, I thought I was thick and fine. Today, I don't feel fine, and I'm crying on camera, and I'm being transparent, and I don't like myself. Like, people hate that because y'all get close to the camera, because a lot of people out there, they don't know how to be transparent. They don't know how to be authentic with self. And she does. Now, whether she needs to be doing it on camera or not, think what you want to think. It's her camera, her choice. She doing what she want to do. So it ain't got nothing to do with her weight. If she lost a whole bunch of weight now, they would still have something to say about her.
Yeah.
Y'all don't care about her blood pressure. You don't care about her heart and her cholesterol. You care about the fact that she's transparent and you want to be transparent about some stuff, but for some reason you can't be.
Tell us how you really feel, Miss Jovo.
That's what it is.
Okay. Raven, did you want to add to that?
Yes, I think first of all, I think it's interesting that he was the mouthpiece that made this statement. We talk about delusion, but that was quite delusional. He sat there and said he's confident enough to say he's handsome, and in that same segment said women that don't look like the way he likes them to look should not be confident. What? You're confident enough to say you're handsome, but women shouldn't be confident. Nevertheless, I think the issue here is that thinness is seen as like a virtue. Like if you're fat, automatically, it's because you're a lazy piece of shit. Obviously, duh. Everybody knows that. But then, that's why my guilty pleasure is outlifting men in the gym. When I put it on the bench and I can lift more than you, that is like, it gives me a rush. Because of course, they assume, she ain't gonna be able to hit shit. No. We both gonna be putting 45s on here, big dog. So for me, I think it's just, that's why it's so easy for people to pick on Lizzo. It's just like, oh, well, she's fat. She's obviously lazy. Disregard the fact that she can play the flute, sing, and dance on stage. Whereas Sweetie did an entire performance and was out of breath. And nobody pulled Sweetie to the side and was like, what's going on with your health?
Right. Well,
let's have a talk. Nobody did her like that. Like she was on stage like, and I just, no, you are like, what, like 125? Where's the athleticism here? So, that's the thing. I think that's why it's not hard for people to pile on Lizzo. It was just funny for me to see Aries Spears doing it because he did look pregnant. I saw the video and he did look with child. And, body compositioning is real. Everybody doesn't look the same at 200 pounds. That's all I would say. So,
Yeah. Thank you, Raven. Darwin, what do you have to add? You just gonna laugh.
Oh, shit. Okay. First of all, when I was boning big chicks, I never cared about their health. They was gonna have an asthma attack and none of that shit. So
thank you, Darwin. Thank you for telling the truth. Share your truth. This is all these guys. Space.
All these guys need to fucking stop it. I've never heard guys amongst each other talk about big women like this. I swear I haven't. We never sit around talking about, oh, she was too big. We is boning big chicks and liking big chicks. Like, that's what's going on. And what I think is, it's just a lack of confidence, and it's just another way to show it. Let's pick on somebody that I can get away with picking on. You know what I'm saying? But in these times, you ain't getting away with it. Because as you can see, he got shamed. Back in the day, yeah, you probably could have got away with that. But see, these women have a voice, they have a platform, they have built confidence in others to speak up for them. So all that shit is over with. You know what I'm saying? And he need to just realize that. Secondly, you absolutely right. I seen her at that performance and she did an excellent job. And she was moving, dancing, not out of breath, singing. So she's obviously is in some pretty good health. I don't know if she has some other type of health problems that we don't know about, but she seemed like she's pretty healthy to me. But the size does not make a person unhealthy, for one, and I just think it's crazy that, and I'm not going to put this all on him because it's a societal thing, right? Because society has made it so that a man does not have to keep himself up because they have the finances and stuff like that. So they feel like they can always fall back on that, right? Even when, Jay-Z got with Beyonce and everybody was talking about how ugly he was and this and that, not acting like that was what Beyonce was really going after. And maybe Jay-Z looks good to Beyonce. I don't fucking know. But I'm pretty sure it's other character traits that Beyonce was after when she got that man. So whether he likes her or not, I'm pretty sure that despite how she looks to him, everything else, he'll probably wife her. Like, if you get them behind closed doors, he'll probably wife her. Like he'll probably be hitting that. Like, I can tell. I can just, because he was like, because that's what happens when they say that. Oh, she got a cute face. That's what we say. Man, what you think about her? Yeah, she big, but she got a cute face. That mean, but I hit it. That's what that mean.
You telling all the secrets?
But she got a cute face. When they say that, but she got a cute face, that mean I hit it.
Yeah, I wanted to just put kind of the side by side up so that we can get kind of a really good visual to see. Just to kind of see what we're dealing with here.
He's jealous. He is jealous.
No, I did hear this woman made a great point. I think it was on Facebook or TikTok. I can't remember. But she said the biggest issue is that big girls not fucking. Like, we not fucking. Like, back in the day, you might be able to shame a woman like, oh, well, you fat, you might as well take me. Nowadays, I mean, I'm just not gonna fuck. I'm straight. So that just drives them up a wall. Like, what you mean you not fucking? I'm not.
You telling the motherfucking truth right there.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is a lot to do too with what you were saying, Darwin. That it's like men they believe that since they aren't held to the same standard for their looks as women are a lot of times. Right. That's why you still have like male leads that will be like 80 years old and they got like this 20-year-old, actress starring beside them as like the love interest. But you don't really necessarily see that the other way around, no matter how in shape or how young, the older actress looks.
Yep.
It is definitely.
I'm going to tell you what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's not getting his pick of the litter no more.
Mm-hmm.
Money isn't helping him get women no more.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting older and women are passing him up.
Yep.
And he's feeling a way about himself. And that's why he want to attack her. Like back probably when he first started with Mad TV, he had a little hype around him and stuff like that. He was getting all the women that he wanted because he had a little money. Now that that's dying down, he's got out. He's bigger. He's older. And he probably hitting his midlife crisis because he's not getting his pick of the litter. So now he wants to attack the women that he's jealous of because she's a bigger woman. I'm a bigger guy. Why I can't get? Because Rizzo, let's tell the truth. Even if she's big and people don't think she's attractive, she's still gonna get half of those people that don't think she's attractive just because she's famous and has money. You know what I'm saying? So she has that working for her, and he don't get it no more. So he can't do what she do no more. You know what I'm saying? So he's jealous about that. Like, she big as hell. How come people still like her? I'm big as hell too. Don't one like me no more. Yeah.
You know what? You know what vibes Aries Spears gives me? Now, I know we got some Breakfast Club fans out there. I live with somebody, he loves the Breakfast Club. I'm not I'm not a fan of Charlamagne the God at all. In my eyes, he'll always be Wendy Williams' sidekick off the radio. But guess what? He can talk junk now.
Yeah.
Because Charlemagne the God, he didn't always look the way that he looked. Remember? He
Yeah.
did the whole skin makeover. And I guess he thought, well, if I'm going to be out here talking smack about folks, I need to look the part. I need to improve how I look. And he used to go in on celebrity women and men. And for a long time, nobody really knew that he was in a long-term relationship or whatever. Like he was like, well, let me look the part. Let me get Aries Spears some advice tonight. If you're gonna be walking around here criticizing these female celebrities, hey dude, they got all these different things out here now to get your skin right. Okay. to suck some stuff away from your waist. Like if you're gonna be out here reckless talking like that,
I
like
mean,
you
it's it's the audacity for me. Like I had to literally learn this the hard way. I will never forget in high school. Someone came to the school and they had a name that I had never heard before, and it was weird to me, right?
Right.
And I'm like, who is named that, right? And I'm just like so aghast, but like it just came out without even really thinking about it. And someone immediately was like, "Your name is Cannon," and I was like, "You're right. Who like what? Like how am I talking about somebody's name?
Right.
And my name is like who is that? Right? That's the first thing you're supposed to learn. Like, but that does go for the lack of self-awareness as well. And you're so comfortable and so used to just being able to judge a woman for her looks, no matter how you look. And that is just so crazy and so odd that you even draw attention to, like you're drawing attention to yourself in that way, right? Like, why would you do that? Like, if my hair is all over my head, why would I be walking around like, oh, look at that girl with her hair all over her head? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
And
like,
they asked about her music. He said, how do you like her music?
And he went
the
to
question was her music. Like, it was so unprompted. Like, sir, if you want to smash, just say that.
And
like,
back to the health thing, though. But back to the health thing, though. I've been saying for the longest, it definitely is super unfair. And this is coming from a person who has always been very small my entire life. I haven't been healthy. I be eating all kinds of fast food, never worked out, lazy as ever, just, all out of breath, like trying to do anything, right? But I'm just genetically, naturally smaller. It didn't take for me to get a little bit older to start actually having to like work out and watch what I'm eating and things like that. But yeah, it's just weird that people make this odd assumption that just because someone is larger, that they are automatically living this super unhealthy lifestyle and genetics has nothing to do with it. And people who are smaller are just somehow better and like doing all of these great things. Like, no, you're not. Like, America is unhealthy as hell. We all unhealthy. That's why the fast food industry is such a big deal. Like, everybody eating fast food, skinny people, big people, everybody. So trying to pretend like, that just because somebody is bigger and just because somebody is smaller, that automatically means what their health profile is ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous.
It is. I think because my mom, she was a softball pitcher. So, she always was very strong, very broad, and my dad played football. So, looking at my genetics, I don't know who thought I was going to be a scrawny woman, but I'm going to have some meat and I'm going to have some strength.
That's it.
And you can ask my friends. My favorite thing to do is to get out in the woods. We're going to go hike. We're going to go move our bodies, tone our legs, all these fun things, and just move. But I don't know. People just automatic. I'm not gonna say I don't know why. I think it also has a lot to do with marketing because I was gonna mention my 600-pound life. That is the first place. Well, you can be 600 pounds. Obviously, we are understanding there are extremes on both ends. Because a woman could be, or somebody could be 80 pounds, and we know that's not healthy either. So I think it's just a way to invalidate.
I had a truth moment. I forgot where I was at, but this girl, she was rude as hell. And if you ask anybody, I talk about anybody. I talk about their weight. I talk about how they look. I talk about what. I'm just a jokester like that. I was in the lunchroom at the lunch table going down the line roasting everybody. Even who everybody thought was the pretty girl, I'm roasting her too. Everybody. So and I've always been a small guy, athletic into sports. So I had a truth moment myself. I was about to start talking about this chick. She was big, and I was like, "Hold on, I picked up a few pounds." It just didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? So I like you have to be on point. if you want to be talking about somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's just not, or you got to be really motherfucking funny. You know what I'm saying? Like some comedians, they get away with it, but they just comedians, you know. But for him, that you ain't been relevant in all this time. No one's thinking about you. They didn't.
Other than DMX, who wanted to whoop his behind because of that one stand up he did about him.
He got beat up on the 5150 show.
No, so you know Aries Spears did like impressions. So there are certain celebrities where like he went too far and they looking for him in these streets. He might need to go back into hiding. Or as a matter of fact, you might need to get Rizzo so she can stand in front of you and protect your behind because you being reckless. And we seen this before. Look, Wendy Williams used to clown so many celebrities on her radio show. And now she ain't even coherent enough to make a business deal, y'all. Karma is real. He better sit down somewhere.
Yeah. No, seriously. It's like, you know.
For real.
Was he trying to be funny, or was he just like really on some malicious attacking type stuff?
He was talking about women need to be honest with women, and women need to start telling their friends the truth. Somebody should have told you the truth about your handsomeness.
He said women need to tell their
that's why he mad, Raven.
Like, do we have a video? Because you know, I think intent means a lot to me, right? And I understand, okay, he was a comedian, this and that. Maybe he felt like this was his door to crack some jokes and make some people laugh and stuff like that. I don't know. But or maybe he was just really being very malicious, and maybe because he really likes her, you know what I'm saying? And he's just a little bit jealous, you know? I don't know. But you know,
I like what Blue Devil said, because Lizzo is vegan.
Find the clip?
Yeah, I think it's in our group chat. Lizzo is vegan. But which is funny because they often say that, and she always eating salads, drinking smoothies. But yeah, Lizzo is vegan. Yeah,
told your ass that's why I want to go vegan. I'm trying to lose weight.
Miss Jovo like pigtails on her collard greens. Go and run and tell that. Tell it to the mountaintop.
How long she been fucking vegan?
See, first of all, that's why you supposed to still eat meat, because our ancestors didn't get to this point in the world eating no just dang on vegetables. They was eating bear fat, fried water birds. Stop it.
That's why we got all this high percentage of goddamn it high cholesterol and motherfucking blood pressure.
No, they were not eating Publix chicken. They were catching their own chickens back in the day. They were catching their own chickens.
Don't eat no fucking bear.
I found it for you all. I'm about to play it. I'm about to play it for you, babe. So you can see what he said, and you can understand.
I know being vegan is healthy for you, but if I'm going to be a vegan, it's specifically the motherfucking lose some weight.
Let's see. Okay.
Because I'm eating my meat. Fuck that.
There you go.
Okay.
Yo, you know somebody that actually make good music, man? Lizzo. Lizzo? Yeah, bro. Have you heard her shit, yo? Like, as a songwriter, yo.
I can't get past the fact that she looks like the shit emoji.
Yo.
Very beautiful girl. She's got a very pretty face. But she keeps showing her body off, nigga. Like, come on, man. Come on, yo. I'm sorry. Listen, I ain't the most in shape nigga in the world. But I still, you know.
No.
And you got swagger and confidence, and you decent looking. I think I'm at least handsome. You get pussy. But a woman that's built like a plate of mashed potatoes is in trouble.
Oh, I'm sorry. But musically, yo, she go hard, man. She a good songwriter, though.
She's dope. Her music hard, her body ain't.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh, here they come. The wall of Braveheart bitches. Like the battle on the field coming over the hills. Are you ready for war? You can hear the horses thumping on the fucking ground. It's about to, here he come. Who that motherfucker think he is? Be body shaming fat motherfucker.
Hey, yo. Here's another thing, yo.
You know what kills me? Hold on. You know what kills me about women is the hypocrisy and the contradiction. Yes, queen, slay queen. Yes, queen, slay. Yeah, girl, your confidence. Fuck diabetes. Fuck heart problems. Fuck heart disease, cholesterol. Y'all claim womanhood and about sisterhood and support for your sister. You know, when it come to that ridiculous shit. But if you really gave a fuck, why wouldn't you go, black girl, we love you. We love your confidence, boo-boo. But this ain't it. This ain't it. That's the real love? Y'all will jump on me for making jokes, but y'all won't fucking be real and go, sister, put the eclair down. This ain't it. It's treadmill time.
Speaking of that, right, because she does have issues with her weight, right? And it's actually a video online of her crying about being fat shamed. Did you see that video of her crying?
We all do. I do.
But yeah, man, she says she be having an issue, man, with people fat shaming her about her weight and cracking jokes about how big she is.
Well, how you gonna have issues, but at the same time show your whole ass at an NBA game? As comedians, we take what the defense gives us. You don't want to be put out there? Then don't put it out there. And again, I know. Listen, I ain't never met. I played a pasta I didn't like. I'm a pasta whore, nigga. I'm trying. It's an everyday struggle for me. You know?
You're not trying.
I come from a family where, we drank fried milkshakes.
That's enough. Enough.
That's what we call projection.
Did he say fried milkshakes?
Yes.
That's
what
definitely
we call
what
projection.
he said.
That man was 12 months pregnant. Did y'all see it?
Yeah, so as you can see, it was highly unsolicited. Like he didn't have to, like he asked about her music and he just immediately like she looked like mashed potatoes and
then he said her music was dope. Like, why didn't you lead with that? Like, what's wrong with you?
It's like, why was that the initial thing that you needed to say? But
Lizzo,
I think
Lizzo didn't return his text.
now that I rewatched it, I think it is rooted in like self projection and almost like a jealousy. Like, how she out here just showing this fat body and I don't feel comfortable in my body. So
and I got diabetes and I ain't got money. I got diabetes and I ain't got money.
He made it seem like Lizzo can't get a man too, right?
Right, that was weird.
Like I'm good because I think I'm a little handsome, I'm a little bit, but it's different for men. Like, but for women, when they big, they in trouble. Like, who told you that? Like,
he got a face only a mother could love. That's what
y'all wilding in the
face
chat
a mother
tonight.
could love.
Y'all wilding in the chat tonight. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be therapeutic, but y'all really pulling me in there. Jessica Booker, you a whole fool for this.
Hey, Jessica Booker, I went to school with her, and me and her was like, she was the roast queen, and I was the roast king. We used to go at it at the lunch table. Tell her, we used to go at it. She don't give a fuck. She roast the motherfucker too.
He talking about tell him. No, I thought
not
that
changing breaks though.
I thought that was a really weird thing for him to say too. Like, I'm good because I could still get coochie, and it's like, how you know what she getting and what she can't get? Like, and then something about but she's in trouble. She's in trouble.
You didn't know, Cannon. Every black man is a doctor and a relationship expert when they encounter
high value man.
When they encounter an overweight woman who may or may not be interested in them or even think that they exist.
But I still just think that that's so weird to, again,
it is weird.
Think that you can know what her health profile is compared to anybody else's. Like, just to think, like, I know plenty of people who are bigger in size that like what do you mean? Like, how you're not a doctor, again, outside of someone being like morbidly obese, right? You don't know what someone's health profile is just by looking at
exactly.
it. I don't care how much you think you do, but you don't. So how can you just judge one person because their body doesn't look like a way that is considered attractive or so acceptable to you?
That nigga look like he got to sleep with one of them sleeping machines.
but you see how it's like, just like you said, Bae, it seemed like he thought about how he looked after he started saying what he said. At least he started explaining himself like, well, I'm not in the most shape. And I know, it's like he kind of caught it, and it's like, yeah, dude, you super big, like, to be talking about this girl who, yeah, she has had weight struggles, but why is everybody mad because she's not wearing muumuus? Like, I guess that's the part that I don't understand. Like, they say she's promoting obesity. I don't see how she's promoting obesity.
How does one single person promote obesity?
I can see if she was running around like having those mukbangs where she was like eating these big old like piles of food all the time, and just walking around with cupcakes hanging off her neck.
That's how you can tell he's a little bit simple-minded, right? Mm-hmm. For him to think that she's promoting to be big. No, she's promoting confidence for big women. Some big women can't help that they are big. That's just how it is. So she's promoting that confidence, like it's okay how you look. You still can have, like he said, men can have swag. Women can too, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like women can have swag too. And that's obviously that's what the fuck.
And I think people should look into something called the fat paradox. Oftentimes people think, oh, well, you're overweight, you're automatically unhealthy. But doctors, look it up, please, God. Don't come up here with no armchair diagnosis. Just look it up. Doctors have shown that if you have more weight on you, if you get sick, you're more likely to bounce back because you have more weight on you. If you don't, and you don't have anything for, to lose 5-10 pounds here, you're going to be more likely, to be frail in that kind of stage. So just please look into the fat paradox, guys.
Okay. So hold on. Before we continue, I want to welcome our guest, my girl, Genesis from the Book of Genesis. Hey, ladies.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey.
And before we keep going in, because I know we got a lot to say, what were your thoughts on this situation?
Oh Lord, I was in here. I was screaming and hollering. Miss Jumbo, the way you read them, I'm telling you, I love Lizzo. I love her confidence.
I love Lizzo too.
Even when she got her booty out, I like that too, because some people have her size don't have the confidence to wear some of the things that she wears.
Right.
And crooked eye. Stop it. The belly, like in the video, you throwing shade at this woman. Meanwhile, your belly is gyrating as you talking. Stop it, sir. Stop it. And you're not handsome. Who told you that? Because we didn't.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, how are you gonna tell? Like, it was just weird what he was saying. Like, a woman that size, she's in trouble. She's in trouble for what? Like, but you're not. Like, what are you talking about?
And let me tell you the other thing I'm tired of too. And I'm finna step on some toes tonight. It's a lot of brothers who who indulge in this this hip hop culture. Well, y'all burning brain cells, okay? Lacing marijuana with cocaine, and then out here telling folks you don't have a drug problem. You want to call cocaine powder and all these nicknames, and you indulging in that, okay? Like our black culture, we abuse so many drugs till it ain't even funny, but you got people who like Future. You got people like Lil Wayne.
But also, what about food addiction though? What about food addiction?
I don't. It's not even just food addiction. It's also anorexia and food restriction.
I'm just saying.
A lot of people assume it's okay to just eat broccoli and chicken breast. That is anorexia, guys.
No,
if you're not on the way to a competition,
we talk about big people this time. We gonna talk about them skinny motherfuckers next time.
I ain't met a brother yet who said, you know what, I'm not gonna continue to support Biggie and how big he was. I back then I don't remember hearing dudes saying I'm not buying a Biggie album because Biggie just abusing his body, or Biggie is promoting obesity in the black community. Even Big Pun
being upset, but being right, he died from being obese, right?
Exactly. But what was Aries Spears at when that happened?
But then also, how was it? DJ Khaled? That's always
Mondo Winters. I bet he ain't get no action in months. I bet he ain't got no action in months neither. That's why he mad when dudes lash out like this. Is because they is lacking. I promise you, if he was getting action and he was getting dates, he would not be talking about her like that. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, he know he got to go back to a woman that's gonna be talking about his ass. He know he going back home to an empty home. You know what I'm saying? So he can say whatever fuck he want to say because ain't no one there to be like, dude, why you say that? You know what I'm saying? I'm big. You know, because he ain't getting nobody that's like no supermodel type, like industry type that he was getting before. He can't get them no more. It's over with. He getting the hand-me-downs now. Like when he go to these little shows and Kevin Hart is looking at him like, hey, yeah, give my man something. He getting a little left. He getting the pass-me-downs. You know what I'm saying? He used to hook people up with pussy. Now he got to get hooked up with pussy. You know what I'm saying? So he mad about that.
He took it out on Rizzo.
Yeah, he mad about that. Cause she probably passed him up.
Yeah, okay. I'm seeing a lot of comments in the chat alluding to the influence that Lizzo has, and also that it's unhealthy. You know, we have to watch the things that we put in our bodies and things like that. Before we close out, I do just want to say I agree with all those things, but my entire point, if nothing else is taken away from this conversation, is that it's absolutely the hypocrisy. It's the hypocrisy. We live in one of the fattest, unhealthiest freaking countries in the world. So most of us are unhealthy. Most of us are not eating the right food. But guess what? Some of us just so happen to have been fortunate enough to bless with genetics that it doesn't affect us the same way as it may other people. So my point is, don't try to pretend like just because someone looks a certain way, especially in this day and age that we live where everybody getting everything sucked out and put in and all of this other stuff. That's not, none of that stuff is healthy. But nobody is looking at all of these freaking Instagram models, people dying from putting in injections and all types of nonsense and sucking out all the fat and still eating big ass cheeseburgers all day. But that's cool. But we're gonna really pretend like Lizzo is the scourge of all things unhealthy in this country. That's my point. The problem is, again, that people are mad just because she shows her body. I guarantee you, if she didn't show her body, people wouldn't have anything to say to her. People didn't sit up there and bash
Adele was fat. Did nobody say she was promoting obesity?
As a matter of fact, people always joke that the bigger the soulful singer is, the better the way that they sing, right?
We don't like Skinny Luther. We don't like
they didn't want Skinny Luther. Like they want the big Aretha Franklin. They want the big, they want the big artist or the artist to be big and never said anything about it, right? They never said anything about Kelly Price and her size when she, because they didn't show off their bodies. Like the biggest problem is that she has the audacity to show off that body. That's what people are upset about. And it's just the hypocrisy because, like I say, somebody said 70% of Americans are, and I mean, I believe it. So how is everyone just all of a sudden feigning to pretend like they out here just eating the healthiest food? Like I said, I'm just smaller by genetics, but I'm going to eat a cheeseburger. And Lizzo may eat a salad today, but I'm gonna be like, look at, she's unhealthy. Like that's just ridiculous. And that's what people are doing. And that's what I think is ridiculous.
And as far as influence is concerned, like I get it. She on that top tier, she's an influencer. I understand it. I understand that. Shout out to my friend right here in the chat, Med. What's up? I get it. But my thing is, we put so much emphasis on the things we don't have control over. Like, if you don't want to see Lizzo's behind on TV, flip the channel. Like, flip the channel. And encourage your children to do the same if you don't want them to follow in her footsteps. Like, I don't understand why we complicate things that are not that complicated.
But I just don't understand why everybody acting so traumatized. And
like I said, this ain't
people in their house probably look just like that.
Right. And this ain't your first time seeing a big black celebrity.
Fat people been on Earth since Earth done started. I don't know why they act like this is new.
I don't understand that. Like I know of no dudes, none. You don't hear black men sit up and talk about how big Biggie was. They talk about how they love this music. But then we can't talk about how, Lizzo, a dope songwriter. She's breaking barriers. They can never go to that.
The reason men don't talk about the guys is because they have no that's not ammo for them to get what they want. Like they talk about the women because they want to give them low self-esteem so they can have a better chance at getting them. So I understand why they do it, you know what I'm saying? But I really don't understand why the women do it. you know, I hate when the women shame each other, because what's your motivation to do that except for jealousy? The men, I understand, like, and even and if I wasn't married, I'd probably be doing a lot of shaming too to get the woman I want if I had to do it. But that's what he has to do, so he has to do that. But
Well,
that's just
because a lot of women are also socialized to be in competition with other women for men, so that makes sense.
This is true.
Okay,
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
So I'm just speaking about again was culture, our culture of what we got going on and why we do what we do, and it's you know it's to bring that self-esteem down, to shame them and be like, oh, you big, you can't tell me no. You know what I'm saying? Because if you tell me no, you might not get another nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, but nah, these big women, I'm telling you, they getting dudes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they don't be mad about it. They getting dudes. If you don't want them, then don't want them. But shit, they getting niggas.
And I'm sorry, I have to add this too. It's really amusing to me how black men can go to medical school overnight and become doctors, but the majority of you all are not getting checkups.
Man,
you are not
what is
going to the doctor. You are not even comfortable with going.
You guys got a little bit too excited over there. Like, I don't go get checkups.
You ain't even going to the doctor.
They don't even eat vegetables, okay?
We trying to sneak green food into your plate, but yet you got all this energy towards Lizzo. I'm just like, those of y'all who know better and you ain't saying nothing, you already know why you ain't saying nothing, because your girl got to get you to go to the doctor. Y'all still sitting up here having these awkward conversations in the barbershop about prostate exams when the freaking people that did the research and told you that you need to get a prostate exam at certain ages, but you're still tripping about that and still making jokes about how, you know, it's linked to, you know, homosexuality and all this other crap. You're being immature about that. Like, when are we gonna get out of 5th grade and stop picking on the girls that you really want to smash and stop joking about the things that you really need to be doing? Like, I don't understand that. Like, grow up.
Genesis, I'm gonna let you go ahead and close this one out if you had something else to add to it.
Yeah. I saw in the comment that was highlighted about she's an influencer. I mean, if we're gonna hold one accountable, then we have to hold all accountable, because like Ms. Jogos just said, you know, then you got to talk about all these rappers that are using drugs and are publicly promoting it, but we're worried about her weight.
Yep. I definitely agree. On that note, I think that is absolutely true. And also, just final thoughts on it. When we
think we should go, hold on. I think we should go down the line and roast his ass. What y'all think? I'm gonna start first. I'm with your big old sumo wrestler looking ass.
No,
so stupid.
No, Darwin, we're not.
We're gonna go down the line. Like, you gonna go down. I don't want to go down.
What I was gonna say though is that, again, you want to try to point out a lone Black woman who was just experiencing life as herself as being a promoter of obesity, and ignoring the systemic causes of obesity and how it actually is promoted by our society, how it's promoted in all of the commercials that we watch for fast food places, how it's a fast food place on every corner, how our food that we have access to is just, it isn't healthy for the most part, and that's not what's promoted. Like, even look at the things that are promoted to our children. It has so much sugar in it. Like, all of the food, sugar addiction is real. And us as Americans, we are addicted to sugar. It is promoted to us constantly, so it is not by an accident. So just to say someone who you can actually maybe say struggles with that, if she does, because again, I don't know what her health profile is, and is willing to still be confident in her body, is the promoter of it instead of all of these Burger King and McDonald's commercials and shit. That's ridiculous. Like, that is ridiculous. So we need to really start having real conversations and stop trying to blame everything on a Black woman. Like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, so I'm going to close that out. Hey, oh, hold on. Hey, Ashley Michelle is in the building. Hey, lady.
Hey,
I also want to say, hey, Dara. She always comes through and supports us. She's in the chat. We have AJ Hamed, who came through, and Jessica Booker. Hey, girl, how are you? Thank you for coming. We also have Soul Toucher the Poet. I'm guessing, Book of Genesis, you know him. He said that you his YouTube cousin.
Hey.
So yeah, Primal Studies. Thank you all for joining. And let's go ahead and
like,
get
and
yes,
share.
like, comment, and subscribe
like,
to the channel. Definitely put a like up in there. Get those likes up. But I have our next topic that I wanted to talk about. It is co-parenting. And the question is, do we all have to get along? Now, there is a video that I want to play that I saw on YouTube earlier. Now, I'm not sure if it's a skit or if it's real or all of those things. You know how you can't really tell these days. You know, if people do anything.
It's 2022, baby.
Right, people do anything for clout. But assuming that it's real, let's watch some of it, and then we can give our thoughts on how this thing works. But apparently, it seems to be a young man who is bringing his current partner and his children to his ex-partner's house, who he has children with, for his child's birthday party at her house. And there seemed to be a blow up about the new partner coming. So let me see if I have the right one. Nope. All right. I have it here. Let's see. All right. Hold on, let me.
You need to let her welcome to your brother. It's his birthday. So you're not gonna let us up? You're not gonna let us up? You're not gonna let us up? It don't matter. It don't matter. It's what you mean. It's his birthday. It don't matter. So Gina, you gonna be bitter? You not gonna let him see his sister? You not gonna let him see her birthday? What you mean? It don't matter. Hey, so you're not gonna let him come say nothing to me? Okay, wow. So you're not gonna let us up? You're gonna be paid like that? Gina, you really mad that I'm with her? That's why you really mad. That was years ago. That was years ago. But they are, listen, Gina, they are brothers and sisters. This is a birthday party. Thank you. Thank you. Can you Shell, can you tell her? Because she's being petty. She's not trying to let us up here because she really mad that I brought my girl. Like, that don't even matter. Look, she want to see her brother though. It don't matter. You doing some bull. Dude, this is a kid's birthday party. This is a kid's party. I'm not leaving nowhere. What? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. What I'm saying. So you're not gonna let her come. So you listen, Gina. Listen, hold on, baby. Don't worry about it. Listen, Gina. They are brothers and sisters. You need to get over that. You need to get over that. We want to come up. So I'm putting it on the internet. You want to see your child? No, she don't have to go in the car. We bought gifts. We bought two. We want to come up. This is his little sister. Why can't he come up? It's a birthday party. It's his birthday. I'm supposed to be here. His sibling. What you mean? Why he want to come? What do you mean? We're not going nowhere. Because it's. You better. You need to get it together. Can you tell her it's over? How long has it been? Years. It's been years. So why can't he come up? Why can't she come up? What did she got to do with it? So you're not gonna let her come to the party? You're not gonna let her come to the party? Can you talk to her? Shell, can you talk to her? Gina, why is you so mad?
So I think that we kind of, got the crux of it. So who wants to kick it off with their opinions about that situation?
So as a man, I do empathize with him, and it is kind of messed up that he can't. He's trying to do a good thing. Obviously, he's trying to get his kids together. Okay, that's good. I commend him on that. But it's just not the right moment in this, and you have to understand. Like, I'm pretty sure, even if the woman is bitter, and your goal is to get the kids together. Why would you bring your new woman with you? She's obviously hurt about it and bitter about it. Let your woman stay at home. Your goal is to have your kids spend time with each other. You have to think about things before you do it. And he didn't think about that. You know what I'm saying? Or he just was like, fuck it, I'm bringing her anyways. Or she was forced him to make him bring her. Whatever the case may be, he shouldn't have brought her. You know, everybody can say, yeah, she bitter and she's petty, but we don't know what he did to her or what he said to her or what the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Or what the relationship with the two women are. But it really don't matter. That's a house. That's her house. You know, she can let whoever she wants in the house. Now, if it was like at a Chuck E. Cheese or something, you know, yeah, take your woman, whatever, it's cool. But that's her house. You know what I'm saying? People have to respect people's boundaries and stuff like that. You know, and I just think he made it worse. You know, he should have just showed up with his kids and let them have fun with his siblings. And instead, he wanted to add fire add fuel to the flames. You know, bring his new piece. He probably cheated on her with him, and like I'm feeling a lot of resentment towards that. You know what I'm saying? Because if they broke up and it was just a breakup and everything was smoothed out or whatever, he obviously did some stuff to her. You know what I'm saying? That made her feel, you know, a little bit the way she's feeling. You know, because 9 times out of 10. You know, women don't be doing that stuff when it comes to the kids. You know, that women don't really get down like that unless there's been some bullshit in the game. And there's a lot of bullshit, you can tell. But I do commend him for trying to do it, but that's wrong. He shouldn't have done that. Keep the woman at home.
Thank you. Ms. Jovo, I see you shaking your head.
Why do adults always have to do poor adulting in front of children? Every adult at that party, especially the mama, y'all need y'all behind whoop. Like, why do people who break up don't understand the words co-parenting? Why do people break up and they don't understand the fact that they need to make a plan for children? This is a whole conversation that should have been had like off camera prior to the party. Y'all know these kids' birthdays coming up. Why are you going to, like, I'ma just randomly bring my new girl to my old girl house and we gonna come as a family because we all need to be a family? According to who?
Right.
You?
And why would the new girl even want to come to this woman's house?
Exactly. Exactly. And let's just be real. Let's be real, and we're gonna talk about it. Like, adults need to do adulting, and part of being an adult is having uncomfortable conversations and communicating your needs and asserting yourself in the right space and in the right time. That was not the right space and that was not the right time. That's just point blank, period. Yep. You can't just show up. Like,
that was definitely a poor decision right there.
It was so poor. Like, people think they be co-parenting because they just out the blue. Oh, I brought all my other kids and this person too. And we gonna get united. Where was the united conversation when old girl was done? You meet new girl, you done started dating her. You know, y'all got a whole baby together because he was like, we a family and all of this. Where was the whole we a family then? Mm-hmm. Where was the whole, hey, I just want to tell you such and such pregnant and our son getting ready to be a big brother? Like, I don't know this backstory of this family, but just showing up.
You know what? I feel the more I think about it, I feel more sorry for the baby mama because I feel sorry for them children. A setup. That's like really a setup. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way she can be right in that situation when she's trying to protect her sanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't want to be around my wife's ex, I don't have to be around them, point blank, period. But in that situation, he made her look bad. You know what I'm saying? To the outside world, like, damn, she being petty as hell. She wanted to get like really made her look bad. And dudes don't understand that. Like, you trying to become like this co-parenting thing and have some type of unity. And with that decision right there, you made it worse. You know, you made it worse. You just made her look bad. She's really about to be bitter now. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about these relationships you cultivate. Like, you know, like you said, you got to make the tough decision. Hey, baby,
he was not thinking about his children because, see, now this little boy, he at the age where he can remember this stuff. Like coming from somebody who came from a home where the divorce was a whole mess. Like there is not an instance that I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like, and even my dad now, I'm like 41 years old, and my dad will still look back and say, you know what, that was just a mess. And it was a whole mess. Like this little boy will remember this birthday for the rest of his life because his parents decided to show they behind. Like nobody, there was no compromise, no conflict resolution. There was no skills whatsoever. It's everybody going off of what they feel is right. But then ain't nobody thinking about how this is going to affect the kids. Like that's the part that killed me about co-parenting and parenting in general. Like everybody want to have that F them kids, I want to be right attitude. Parenting has crap to do with the parents. It has everything to do with what's best for the children. Like I cannot continuously say this enough.
Yep.
Okay? I was in this
you
position.
have to know the backstory. You
Yeah.
have to know the backstory sometimes,
Right.
though. And I'm probably not impartial when I'm watching the video because I actually deal with circumstances like that currently. And it's not always the baby mama is bitter. You know, they try to paint the picture like the baby mama is bitter. When I experienced it, my ex was attempting to bring the new girlfriend over, supposedly to bring a gift. The gift ended up being $10 in a card that came from his parents that he didn't even buy anything. And the girlfriend was just coming. I'm like, so y'all the postal service now?
I was about to
And
knock
she
my
came
motherfucking dick
up.
over.
She came up, you know, to show me that she was there. And it's like, I don't care about you
Right.
and him.
Exactly.
But don't come to my house, you know, playing games.
Right.
And you have to protect your children because sometimes the parents don't. And if you don't know the history of them, you know, that same girlfriend that I had all that craziness with on a kid's birthday is no longer in the picture. And now he's on to somebody else and he's doing the same thing. And it's like, you know, sometimes the parents don't have the discipline to say, hey, I can't bring any random person around my children. If this is a serious relationship, you guys are engaged or, you know, you're planning to be married or something like that, that's a different story. But if they are Rolling Stone, no, baby, you keep her and your new baby over there because you might have a new lady and another baby, you know, 6 months from now.
Yep. I definitely agree with
That's
that.
why.
Raven,
That's why I always say, you know, once you guys separate, you can't tell the other person who they can and cannot date outside of, you know, like safety reasons for the children.
Right.
But just like what you said, it's my house. I can have whoever I want to have over my house. And if you have a new girlfriend every other month, I'm not having this freak of the week at my house. I don't care if y'all just had a baby. Honestly, I don't care. The baby looked brand new. She need to be sitting at home resting. If you ask me, hell, the baby still got craters in his head. Or in her head, shoes still got soft spots. They need to be up under her roof, not parlaying in the grass. So, you know, I feel like kind of like what you mentioned, Genesis. It seemed like just a way to stir up some mess.
Yeah,
just messy. And I promise
mad.
you, these men messier than women. Lord,
They are.
You ain't got nothing else to do.
I was
be
in that
messy.
position. I was in that position, and I had my new baby and stuff like that, and my baby mother didn't want me attending birthday parties and stuff like that, and I was like, cool, I'm just gonna throw my own party. You know, like I don't care. What, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, and then I'll just get my kids on my days, and then they'll hang out then. I don't have to come to your party and my kids hang out. You know what I'm saying? And it's just lazy parenting on both parts. You know, on his part, it was lazy parenting. He wasn't thinking about being a parent. He was just thinking about, this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta lose that mentality. It's not about you. It's not about what you want to happen. It's about what needs to happen for the kids. And what he needed to do was have his own party on the days that he has his other kid, and then they could have a great time. But instead, he wanted to prove a point. This my new, like, that's all that was about. You know, ain't no way you supposed to bring, if you know they got beef, no way you supposed to bring an enemy to your baby mother's house. It's just not supposed to happen. You know, you're not looking out for the best interests of your kids. Anything could have happened. Anything could have popped off. They could have started fighting. Anything could have happened. And he was not being first of all, he was not being a man, because men diffuse situations like that. And instead, he made it worse.
Exactly.
Right? He was not being a father because he was not protecting his kids because anything could have happened. You see this animosity between these two women, and hated how the fact this she tried to say something. Like, I brought you, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Go sit in the car. In fact, go home.
Like the comment here says,
exactly. Get your hoe together. Get your hoe in
you
check.
Not if you can't even say hello and it be okay. She does not like you. You shouldn't have been there. Like, that shit is crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, even with what Dara said in the comment, she say, I bet the new baby mama pressed it. And it seems like that happens a lot. But that's always weird to me. Like, me personally, I don't want to go anywhere that I'm not welcome.
Man, say that
I've
again for the people in the
things
back.
like that, where people are like they'll put, like, maybe in the marriage group or something like that, they'll put this long post about how the ex-wife don't want them over around, and the husband goes to all the events by himself, and they feel like that's not right, and he shouldn't go if she can't go. And I'm just like, that's some silly shit.
They don't like you.
Have your own event, though. You
I
can
don't understand.
have your own event and you won't care.
Like,
I don't understand how people feel like they're gonna have this level of
accessibility. If my husband has an opportunity to be involved in things with his children, I'm never going to have that much ego where I'm like, no, you can't go if I'm not. Well, that don't got nothing to do with me. Like, that is so odd. And like, why would I cause more confusion in my house and then cause more issue? It has to come from a place of insecurity. That's where it has to come from, because you think that when he going over there and doing whatever, you scared that it's more than just about the kids. So you want to be present for everything. That's the problem. And you need to get a handle on that, because it don't have nothing to do with the kids.
And it's all about how that man cultivating them relationships too. Like,
exactly.
Like you have to know, like, for a woman to, like, people just always act like women are just born being insecure. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to take up for her at all. But I'm just trying to give an understanding of why women do act like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, maybe he was on and off with both of them at the same time. I don't know, but I've seen this happen a lot. You know, and then they wonder why she's acting crazy, or always want to know where yet. Because she was the side chick for a minute, so she know how you get down. She know your behavior. She know you would fuck 2 and 3 women. She knows this. She know when you was supposed to be at this birthday party, you was fucking this chick. Things that happen makes women act this way. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know. I'm just speculating and just painting this picture so people can know, like, these are the reasons that make women insecure, and it's just not they was born insecure. Like,
I think that no, I agree that I think it does make them act that way. But again, their self-accountability comes into play, because you are the one that is insecure. So maybe you need to evaluate this relationship that you found yourself in. If you can't trust your partner to be out of your sight for more than 2 seconds, like, then you really need to evaluate that, because that's not cool. Like, you're going to be in a back pocket, like, especially when it comes to children. Like, I'm a strong believer in parents need to do what they need to do for their children. Anything that's getting in the way of that is a problem. And so, again, for me, I'm not going to some lady's house that does not want me there. Why? And I feel like he did that, again, to try to force her into going against a boundary that she established for whatever reason. I don't know what the situation is between them. Maybe they didn't threaten each other and all types of stuff. You know, all kind of crazy stuff be going on between those women sometimes, right?
And I hate to put this back to money, but you know, like, I used to be like, okay, cool, I'm about to shit on your party. I'm about to shit on your party. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool, you don't want us there. He ain't gonna want to have another party with you, because the party I'm about to throw for this little nigga, he gonna be like, hey, when this party over, I want to go with Dan.
No,
that down on ass. On the real, want to have clowns, Spider-Man, the real Spider-Man, like the one in the movie. Fuck a an actor. I'm getting the real Spider-Man on your ass.
But I just don't see how you think that it's okay for you to go to someone's house and force them to accept someone there that they don't want there. Like,
because the new baby mama was probably going along with it, or pressuring, like they said, because she want her to see her. I want her to see her and know that I'm with him. You know, it's like, girl, don't nobody care, because you the next victim. Well, we trying to figure out why you with him.
Yeah, and I feel that it did put her in a position where she was in between a rock and a hard place, because she either has to stand there and argue in front of her kids again, right? While he's trying to use the kids kind of as a pawn, like they can't come up. like they all trying to come up there together. And it's like, is he actually forcing her to either just back down and be like, and accept something that she doesn't want to accept that oversteps her boundary, or argue in front of her children, right? And like that's not caring about them kids.
It's like going to a concert. You got general admission and then you got VIP. Just because you got a general admission ticket and you in the concert don't mean you can just twist your way on up to the VIP section. That ain't how it works. So just because you dating the old boy and y'all got a baby together, that don't give you access to every and everything in his life.
Yeah.
People need to quit this whole day.
Right on, Miss Jovo.
This flawed idea of what accessibility means. Like, oh, well, he did this for me, or we went out X amount of times, so that just means, okay, I'm accessible to the whole family, whatever. I told y'all before I met Mosley, I dated. So like situations where I knew family members were gonna be there, people that were close to me, bruh, we ain't there yet. You're not coming. Bye. Like, no, we're not there yet.
And this goes to speak for his support system too, because when I was going through that situation, my support system was so awesome that I knew I was gonna throw my son a good birthday party regardless. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he didn't have a lot of kids they can invite to a birthday party, because most women network those types of things, right? And it was like, well, if he don't have a party, if he can't come to this party, then it's not gonna be a party. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how most dudes are. But my support team was so awesome. I got cousins and I had friends that was bringing like too many kids for me to even pay for. You know, I was like, hold on, Tam, I only got 10 pizzas. These motherfuckers gonna be hungry. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take them back. But you know, and maybe he kind of felt like, you know, this is the only thing I got to do. You know, I can't throw my own. I don't know his financial situation, but my support team was awesome. I didn't have to deal with those. I didn't have to be involved with my baby mama's gatherings for my kids and stuff like that. I was able to throw my own, and I had people there that showed up and showed out. You know what I'm saying? And that support system is a wonderful thing because it gives you that confidence and gives you that support that you need, and you ain't got to worry about that shit because you got people here like, hey, we go here, we go to the park, we go pull out the grills, we go do woo this, we go do the woo that, and you gonna have a great time. So you know, I'm just wondering, like, because I was in that position, that's why I got all these. I'm talking so much, but I'm just wondering, like, where was his guys at when this was going on? Like, was he talking to someone like, hey, yeah, I'm about to pull up to the birthday party? The guy was like, hold on, time out. No, she don't fuck you.
What? Let me ask y'all this.
In the background, you taking Teresa, nigga? Don't take Teresa. You know, that's what my gal tell me, nigga. Don't go over there, nigga. You know you about to get locked up, nigga. Somebody's getting locked up. If you don't, somebody's getting locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Where is he married, the guy in the video, or was this like girlfriend and they just had a baby? Were they married?
We don't know.
I think it was a girlfriend. It didn't sound like
a baby mama.
Yeah. That's a good point too. Might not even been a girlfriend, just a baby mama.
And see,
don't
that's
matter
the
though.
thing.
Can't bring it.
And I'm talking. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to somebody. Sis, I don't care how many babies you done had with this man. If this man ain't wifed you, you do. People, I'm telling you, folks be wanting to have kids and think they got they wifey status, and it's like, no, you not his wife.
She was just a fan. Like, she wasn't forever.
I'm just saying, you not his wife. I don't care how many kids you done gave this man. You not his wife. Like, legally, if something happened to this man, you have literally no rights whatsoever to anything pertaining to what has to do with his kids. Like, none of that. And I need sisters to really hear that tonight and understand that and comprehend it, but most of all, accept it. Okay? If this man, and Darwin, you have said this before, like even with you, and your story and what you share, if this man want a commitment with this woman, if he is serious about this woman, he gonna do what it takes to be serious. And when you get to that level in a relationship where, okay, this is my wife, we starting something, it's gonna show through your behavior, you know. And this guy, I wouldn't even be surprised if he's done this with somebody else, like another. I don't know how many women he done got pregnant. I don't know how many women he has children by, you know, just like Genesis said, we need to know the backstory. But I agree with what Genesis said. If you that serial monogamous where you've been in all these different relationships, and my son keep coming home saying, oh, I know Miss Keisha and Miss Tasha and Miss Pat and Miss this and Miss that, No, we're not doing that. We're not doing
Mhm.
that. We're not doing that.
I
Like,
tried
no.
so. Hey, babe, drop that link. I think a couple of fellas want to get on up in the chat. I know we on Lock Nation probably want to get on up here, but drop that link for them if they want to join.
Okay, I'm dropping it right now.
So yeah, so people just need to like you just because you got a general admission ticket don't make you VIP, baby. You can't just come up in here making your own rules as you go along. We need to be a happy family. I don't even know you. And this is the thing. And I'm gonna go to this. And Genesis could probably kind of relate to this too. I wouldn't even be surprised if at some point the baby mama was like, look, if y'all gonna settle down, maybe we all need to have a conversation. And maybe they didn't make the time, or he was like, well, what y'all got to talk about? Oh, but now at the baby birthday party, we need to talk about being together.
You know, it's very easy to settle these types of things, but dudes be too stuck in their pride to do it. Like, I talk to my wife all the time, like, maybe I should have paid that bitch. I mean, maybe I should have paid it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was literally thinking about trying to hustle up like $50,000 to get to my baby mama so we can be cool. Like, I'm gonna get her $50,000 so we can be cool. I'm getting tired of going to court. I've been going to court for 11 years. I'm like, I'm to go pay her ass off, maybe she be cool, get this agreement, but you know, or maybe just slap her with some crack and tell her she's a crackhead now. You know, I was thinking about
no.
Yeah, I was on some WOL type shit, if you know what I'm talking about. But it went through it crossed my mind, like how can I be a better parent for my son? Because it wasn't nothing working, and maybe he has went through a lot of things to be a better parent, and maybe he doesn't have the tools. Like I said, it's all about that support system. So maybe he didn't have the tools to do the right thing in that moment. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's all he knew to do. You know, we and it's sad because we don't,
especially trying to merge two, trying to plead. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of it probably did have to do with trying to placate the new woman, right? Because like you said, it probably was a lot of if him to be calling her bitter and stuff, it sounds like it probably was some overlap possibly there. So it's
what's she bitter about?
Right. So it's like trying to give his new family or his new woman that validation too, to be like, oh, I'll bring you here. Like, you know, I'm not hiding you or, you know, whatever. So yeah, he probably do have to.
When guys are saying guys need to have guys to talk to, these are the things that they need to be talking about. Bro, what you gonna do for your son's birthday party? You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't talking like that. You know what I'm saying? They leaving it up to the women.
He probably wasn't doing nothing. He probably wasn't doing nothing.
Right.
And that's the thing. You ain't doing nothing. Now you gonna
obviously
come and try and control what I'm doing. Get out of here.
That's why he's going so hard.
I'm not gonna lie, Ms. Jovo. I wasn't the one trying to have no sit downs because I didn't want to be bothered with him. Like, I don't want you here. I definitely don't want you, your new baby mama and your baby here.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all going somewhere. Have your own party.
No, I definitely agree with that. And then on top of that, it's also interesting to me the way that we talk about people being bitter, especially women, right? It's like it's always seen as this, you know, like it's like hurled as an insult, like bitterness is just something that, again, like Darwin said, comes about all on its own. Like it's just irrational and just makes no sense. But it's like, no, you can breed bitterness into a relationship. Sometimes it makes a lot of sense why someone would be bitter about the way that they were treated by another person. Like, and for you to pretend like that's just not supposed to have no bearing on anything, like you could just do any old thing to a person. They just always have to be accommodating and be okay with it and get over it. Like, no. And people need to realize that that's why you should be mindful of how you treat other people. Because if you want to have decent relationships with them, then it matters because they don't owe you anything. So to think that you can just do any old kind of thing and behave any old kind of way and then turn around and be like, you're just bitter because I left you. Yeah, because you left me with children and that wasn't the plan. Why wouldn't I be? Like, why wouldn't, especially if you have gotten married and started these families and did these things, why wouldn't somebody be bitter if they living a life that they didn't sign up to do and you didn't hold up your end of the bargain? Of course they will be bitter. And so for you to act shocked about that, it's crazy to me. Like, you're just bitter.
And Ms. Genesis, you're right. He wasn't.
But why do they say that the women are bitter? Like, there's all these conversations about women are leaving their marriages and they're the ones filing for divorce. If the woman is the one that initiated the divorce, then it was because it was something she wanted to do. So why would she be bitter about something she wanted to do? I'm just like, make it make sense. If she wanted to be there, she wouldn't have left.
It is a trigger for women. And
bitter about what? Okay, sometimes women do give in to that because they don't want to look bitter to the outside people. Like, fuck it, I'm like in that situation, a lot of women would have just been like, okay, fuck it, come on, and then eventually maybe a fight would have escalated at the end of that birthday party. You know what I'm saying? Because she gave in to that bitter shit. But
if she left
ground,
him,
like, fuck
say
that
she left him, if she walked away from him, why is she bitter? And she was the one who walked away from him. Then her leaving is a good thing for her. That's not something to be mad about.
But I think that that's true. But to the extent that when they call, these women bitter, that again, they could be bitter. A lot of things are being ignored a lot of time. Like if the parent who isn't there is not pulling their weight, that's going to make someone bitter about you.
Absolutely.
Again, you're leaving me here to carry the majority of the weight with our child. So who would not be bitter about that? And then you just coming around grinning and cheesing and bringing birthday gifts once a year. But I'm supposed to be so happy to see you when I'm doing all the heavy lifting day in and day out. Like, that's what I think people like. So again, it's turned into an insult, to Darwin's point, that I think is used to make women not even address those things and to try to act like it's okay, because who wants to be seen as bitter? And it's not always necessarily bitterness about the relationship. Again, it could be bitterness about just the reality that they living in. Like, I'm the one going to all the parent-teacher conferences. I'm the one they coming in here crying to when they have a nightmare all the time. I'm the one having to deal with everything. And
and my thing, people don't understand. People don't understand about moments, right? Like, this is my son's or my child's moment, but this is my moment too, that I get to spend with him and have to smile with him. And I can't do that looking at your fucking face and her fucking face. So I'm not about to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, respect my peace and respect my mental. Like, I don't want to look at you, so you're not coming to my house. Go have your own fucking party, which is fair. It should be fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you. I'm not invading you, and you don't invade me. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do, and on your days. Now, I don't know if he's not seeing his kid, and again, we don't know. But get him on your fucking day and have your own fucking party, and you can have great memories. Now you just fucked up my memory by bringing this motherfucker here. You know what I'm saying? Like, now when I move, you ain't gonna know where I move to, because that's a lot of people. A lot of women be moving, only letting their baby daddies know where they move to. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you can't even know where I move to, because you're popping up and shit. Like,
and bring it.
I don't want to see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like, man, this shit is crazy.
It definitely is. So, who wants to close out? Who wants to close out on this topic? Anything else to add?
Age-old rule that my big mama used to say: if you ain't get no invite, don't go. She wasn't invited.
I want to close out on Genesis. Like she said, like, I really want to touch on that a little bit more.
What did she say?
About he wasn't planning on doing nothing with him. You know what I'm saying? It's just as fucked up. Like, we as men have to start doing our own thing with our kids. Like, we have to start building our own relationships and our own memories with our kids, because they go remember that. And then when they get to an age where they looking back on their memories, and that's why I like photo albums. Like, we got photo albums up there. I just want to put pictures in, because sometimes you need to know this shit. Like, nah, daddy wasn't there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes shit get a little bit mixed up in your head when you
they'll find out.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I had a photo album, I promise you, I'm there for all my kids' moments and stuff like that. And these dudes need to realize, like, that's what really matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, so make every moment count. And that was a moment that he fucked up on. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he don't realize, like, you really messed up on that moment with your kid, because you could have did your own thing. It could have been spectacular. It could have been all about you and your kid. Like, especially if you want to be like, your mother does this, your mother didn't let me do your own thing. You wouldn't have nothing to say. It would have been perfect. Your kid could have saw how great daddy is. Mm-hmm. Daddy did this for me. Daddy threw me this party. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at daddy's face when I was going out these candles. Not mommy's face. You know what I'm saying? That shit goes a long way. And these dudes need to start understand that shit.
Yep.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. So that's a good way to close that up.
Yep.
Yep.
So next, we gonna talk about what we like to talk about all the time. Like we always get
Let me fill up my drink. Let me fill up my drink.
So I came across, well, actually, my husband sent it to me the other day because we were literally just having a conversation about more so sex and relationships, not necessarily marriage. But some of the things that they were saying, I think that this link kind of resonated a little bit. So I'll share it. And it's like a little TikTok. And then I'll get you guys' thoughts on what you see here. And I'm also going to share a comment that was under the TikTok, which really stood out to me that I wanted to share. But first, I'll share the TikTok. Let's see. All right. Here we go. And let me. All right. Now press play. Okay. Oh, his
Times. I succeeded 36 times. This averages once every 10 days. And the following is a list of reasons why I did not succeed. It's too hot, 15 times. It's too cold, 3 times. I'm too tired, 19 times. It's too late, 16 times. It's too early, 9 times. Pretending to sleep, 35 times. I'm not in the mood, 21 times. Mind my hair, 28 times. Is that all you think about? 83 times. To my ever-loving wife, during the last year, I have attempted to make love to you 365 times. I succeeded 36 times. This averages once every 10 days. And the following...
All right, I just wanted to play it from the beginning because I wasn't sure if you all had heard it. But yeah, so y'all heard what he said, right? And I think that the guy who shared it, I think he was just kind of making a joke. I'm not sure if I don't think he really meant it or whatever that way, but I think he was trying to make some commentary. But before we jump into that, I want to share one more thing, and it was a comment under it, and I want to get you guys' thoughts on both the video and what the comment says. So let me share it. So what it says, because you probably can't really see it that well, but let me see. Oops, that's not that's not what I That's not what I got.
Hey, I told you.
Wait, Darwin, I didn't recognize who that was with you. Was that alter ego Candy, aka Little Kim?
That was Candy. That was Candy.
Oh,
Candy. Yeah.
Hey, you better get this shit together because I told you if you show yourself naked on here, it's over. I'm done. So you better not make no motherfucking mistakes.
You better read the comments.
Scroll right and shit, goddammit.
Okay. Whatever. So what the comment said is, it says, it's not the ring or wedding cake. They have already won the Super Bowl, meaning when women have gotten married, they've gotten the ring, so they've won. And then he says they got the ring and she can get paid to leave, which I guess he's saying that if she divorces, she's going to get like all this money. And then he said, moms tell their daughters marry first time for financial security. They tell them the second marriage can be for love.
The fuck?
Say marriage is for women only. Guys get married, no benefits. Okay, so what do we think about that? The video, and then what do we think about that comment for the video? Genesis, it sounds like you want to start. Like you got something?
Yeah. If they are marrying a woman and there is no benefit to them, then they have married the wrong woman. They've married the wrong woman, period. The video, it was funny. I don't know that it really goes like that. Like, I think we get such a bad rap. Like, I know that there are women that you know, they play like they got a headache or they're on their period 5 times out of the month. But I mean, sex is supposed to be a mutual exchange, and we like it just as much as they do. So we gonna punish ourselves to punish them? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Are they repeating what they've heard, or is it really that way?
You know, I think I'm starting to realize and think that a lot of women don't like having sex with their husbands the way these husbands is be complaining. So I'm starting to think that, you know, I'm hearing a lot of men complaining about this subject matter, and they really think they're exposing their wives, but bro, you exposing yourself, because like you said, Genesis, women love to have sex just as much as men. So why would they deprive themselves? So if men think that like if you hitting it right, she go still get it. She might act up in some other ways, but she go damn sure get that King Kong at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying?
He done got on my nerves. I've already called him all kinds of names in my head, not out my mouth. But I'm still roll right on over when it's time.
I mean, that's big facts. Like,
so men I think men need to start doing some self-awareness when they saying stuff like that, and start really thinking. I know it might hurt their ego, might hurt their pride, and I really don't want to do that, because there might be a lot of wives coming up missing after they realize that she ain't been, like, you know, because that ego is real fragile. You know what I'm saying? But they really need to start thinking about that when they start complaining about my wife not having sex with me. She got all these excuses and this and that. Like, dude, she either fucking somebody else that's hitting it right, or she don't like having sex with you.
And she don't like one of those, or you ain't doing it right.
What you get? What say you?
Exactly. I think that's exactly what it is. He said he asked for sex 365 days a year. That's how I know you don't care about her sexually, so you probably not making sure she's having a pleasurable time, or you're inconsiderate, which is just as even worse, because God forbid my cycle is on. You asking 365 days a year, that implies every day. You want to put a towel down, like I can't get a break. Godly. And
you don't be putting that
run that red light. Run that red light.
I know, right? Trying to get your red wings.
Y'all gotta put that towel down sometimes. God damn it.
Not put the towel down.
Sometimes.
Gotta put it sometimes.
Just like with a certain somebody that has a certain sexual depravity, you know, there are times where you're going to have to give your wife a break. Like if she's breastfeeding or nursing, you can't, you know, get on top of her and do anything like that, you know. hopefully you would say no. I mean, some people don't say no, but I would hope you say no. I would hope
you want to see what that breast
you have
tastes like
to say no. But I think that just speaks to the inconsiderateness of it all. Because I don't know. I mean, outside of like real like emotional stuff, like my mom passed, I can't, you know, think of a time where I just was like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. I don't want to have sex ever. Like what? No, I'm straight. That sounds like it's whack.
What my wife has taught me is to read, like how to read the room and stuff like that. She knows how to read the room real good, and so by learning that, I've learned how to read her good too. So I tend to know, like, most of the time when I'm getting some, and I don't, like, you know, like you said, periods come, like heads hurt, or she's just in the mood mentally and stuff like that. It was a bad day. She might not want to have some, but you have to read your woman. Like you gotta ask 365 times. Every day you have to ask, like, nigga, you don't know if you, like, sometimes I know in the morning when I'm getting some at night, like, I see how she just looked at me. I know it's going down tonight. You know what I'm saying? Or I see how she said that, or she'll walk past it and she don't think I pay attention to her, but I pay attention to her a lot. She'll walk past and she'll stop and look at me to see if I'm looking at her. I be seeing that shit, like I know she wants some. Or when she pull out her wine, when she hit her little pen, oh, she getting loose, she getting her body set. And when she put that little oil on, that moon oil, I'm giving Jody a shout out. When she put that moon oil that Jody Ryans be making, when she put that on, that gets her body all hot and stimulated, getting ready. I know she wants something. Like, you got to read your woman and know you shouldn't have to ask every fucking day.
You know how many men
you be asking some of them.
You know how many men nowadays they don't even they know everything in the world, but they don't know nothing about foreplay. They don't know nothing about setting a mood. They know nothing because they treat their sex life like they treat everything else in their life. Quick, fast, and impulsive. That's it. And then wonder why she never, like, it just being with the same person for 20 something years. That's the room in the house that how can I put this? It's an evolution, but I'm the aggressor. I'll say that. Like there's not gonna be a point. I am. I mean, there's never gonna be a point where you're gonna hear me really just literally say no, unless it's for biological reasons where I can't do it. Like I'm not gonna
do the shower.
Like what I do know about being married and staying married, you best get busy and find ways to make it creative, fun, and interesting. That's just what it is. I have no therapeutic intervention to go with that. Read some books. Go get some books. I keep telling you.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Shout out to Raven. Raven literacy needs to increase amongst the Black community, especially with our men. Men, go buy some books. Like I keep some Zane on the bed on
she got the old reliable though.
I'm just saying. And read
she got the coldest winter ever.
Right, and read it out loud. Read it out loud. Like you have to do random stuff. Like you got to keep them guessing. Like stop coming home and then scratching and being like, "Hey, you ready? You want to get it?" And women, stop being lazy too. Stop just coming home and being like, no.
Well, I think it's interesting too, because I do feel like in a lot of instances, women are the ones that are expected to keep things spicy, like to go get some lingerie and to think of all the little.
Y'all the men need to keep it spicy. Like go get a book, man. Go get a book and read. Okay, get yes, Miss Creative. I said Zane. I'm old as dirt. That's my girl.
You ain't old as dirt.
Like seriously, like read you some erotica. Like get it popping. Like stop just. Like,
I love that, Miss Jopo.
Yeah, some people keep treating sex like it's something to do on a list, and it's like, look, like set a mood. Like I
think that's what people be discrediting high school sweethearts, but when you guys get married young, you're gonna go through every type of freak nasty idea you thought you had. You know what? I always want to jump off the ceiling fan. Let's see what happens. That you're gonna explore everything you thought you wanted to try. And then you're gonna get into the groove of, you know what, I really don't like it. You put your toe in my ear. That's not something I'm into anymore.
Exactly.
And that's just, gonna be how you guys evolve. But if you just let him get on top of you and just give him the 1-2 pow, the wham bam, thank you, ma'am, I'm gonna go to sleep, then nobody's gonna be interested. You're gonna lose interest too.
Exactly.
So we gotta open the door up. We talking about sex, so we gotta get a little interesting and get a little explicit up in here. Not too explicit, like visually. But do y'all see sex as a chore? Because I often reference sex as a chore, and my wife gets mad when I say that. But here's my reason: because I feel like a chore has to be done no matter what. Like you have to, even if you don't want to take out the garbage, you have to take out the garbage. So it's like even times when I don't want to have sex, I have to have sex because I have to please her. Like it does not matter if I don't want to. I'm not always in the mood, but I know she's in the mood sometimes. So that's why I often refer to it as a chore, because it's something you have to do. Like if I don't take out the garbage, it's gonna be in the house, it's gonna be stinking and stuff like that. If I don't have sex with my wife, she's gonna be in the house with a stank attitude. So it's like it's a chore. It's something I gotta put on my list of chores. This is what I gotta do. I gotta do this, do that. I gotta put my wife. Even when I don't want to. So that's why I call it chore. It's not like I don't look at chores as something that
it's a compromise.
Yeah, like I don't look at it like, I just feel like sex is something that you have to do. That's why I call it a chore. Like it's something you have to do. Chores has to be done.
But you know what?
When I walk away for a second.
But you know what, Darwin?
He just paint you out to be this sex crazed monster.
Hey,
I'm
you
telling
You
you,
know what?
I'm
No.
telling you,
I'm
he
gonna address
turned
what he
her
just
to a
said because what he
he a
said made a lot of
bull.
sense.
He a
Because
buck over there. Poor
my
baby.
least
Oh my God.
my least favorite chore is washing dishes, Darwin. I never liked dishes as a kid. I never liked chores as a kid. But the minute I discovered, hey, you know what? If I put on some music, this gonna get me in the mood to do what I need to do, then I'm gonna do it. See, that's what dudes messing up at. Like y'all sitting on your butt complaining, but you ain't setting a mood. You're not setting a tone. And then this also go back to our conversation about the roles and the chores. If you are that misogynistic dude who feel like, okay, your wife work, you work, but because she the woman, she need to do all the chores or whatever, and then you wondering why you ain't getting none, okay, or why she keeps saying she tired. Dude,
Right.
she tired because she doing everything around the house. She working to help you pay these bills, and then you want to bend her over when she come home and get off of work. Stop. I need you to just like the math ain't mathing.
Because they
Like,
feel like all she doing is bending over. I'm doing all the humping. Shit the fuck.
right. Like, I'm just saying, like, you,
And that's
I'm
the
just
key.
saying.
Say that, Miss Jovo. All they want to do is bend over.
Right.
I heard somebody talking about you got a special room. A special room. You're supposed to christen all the rooms. It's supposed to be seeming on all the walls. No, I'm just kidding. Like,
Hey,
no, she's not kidding. She's telling, hey, super
but
screen.
yeah, I think a lot of people they watch. I ain't gonna say they watch too
never
much
going
porn.
over their house. They'll be sitting on dildos and shit.
I'm just kidding.
What's the fuck
That
is
is
this,
not
man?
supposed to be what I said.
Every room is the sex room. What the fuck is going on over here?
Obviously, have some decorum
Right.
and put
They
their
don't have
toys
no kids
away.
over there. They just over there christening the house.
Look,
I'm gonna take a motherfucker. We gonna take one of them lights with us when we go in that motherfucker. Like,
oh Lord, look.
Hey, don't sit right there. Don't sit there, baby.
Blue light.
Oh my
Black
God,
light.
that is hilarious.
See,
No.
see, that's how I know ain't nobody utilized their back seat yet. That's how I know. All this right here, y'all ain't nobody put their back seat to work, or you know what? Shameful.
Back seats, front seats.
Oh,
See.
right.
I plead the fifth.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's why I feel like
Girl,
they
that
just.
go anywhere. Y'all sure will.
That's why I feel like it's so
bedroom.
easy for them to say. That's why it's easy for the women to say no. Like, if y'all not gonna do anything different, he gonna hunt you twice and and go to sleep. Then
Exactly.
I mean, I'll
But I think
pass.
that's why
Thanks.
I think it matters when you're attracted to your partner, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you are attracted to the person, the minute you see them, you get the little butterflies still, or your heart start racing. You like, I just want to jump on them.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so we on Lock Nation in the building,
Hey, we on
Wait, we on lock. That smile look devious. Like you about to drop some knowledge or something. I don't know
Right.
what's
We
about to
have to
happen.
come get in on this conversation.
Let me pull out my notebook, man. Let me take some notes.
No. I was just checking up on y'all, and I promise I won't tear up this time.
Did you what did you want to add? I know you heard some of the conversation, so what did you want to add to this part?
I don't know, it said something about a bedroom and making love or having sex. Listen, I just came from a panel that was talking about sex and all this other stuff. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, just give me a damn break. Like, and talking about like just it's rated X stuff, rated triple X stuff. I was just checking up on y'all. See how
grown folks talk. It's natural.
See, we on lock.
Right, it's important.
No, this is not this. It's not natural. No, we on a whole
We
nother
all
level.
got here because somebody had sex.
I mean, that's pretty much,
Yeah, the normal way.
No, what's the
normal way?
Normal way.
Exactly.
No, I have.
The normal way is what those
y'all.
people decide.
When I got married, we a lot. When I got married, the actual bridal shower I had with the more seasoned older women, that was more freakier than the one that I had with the women my age. Like
No,
these
I
women,
think we
they
all
took off
brings
them
up
church hats and they started dropping knowledge. They was
he
like,
brings up a good point. Some people are very just vanilla, and I think he's speaking for the missionary warriors. Like some people are just, vanilla to the T. Ain't nobody
they
getting
got
no
a
lube. It ain't gonna be
missionary
no
warriors.
it ain't gonna be nothing like that, and that is okay.
Now don't get me
That is
wrong.
all right.
Now don't get me wrong. I would try almost anything once. Almost.
Okay, so
But
what's normal then? That's I thought.
just
I don't know
like
about anything now.
sweating with your partner. Like for example, if I'm with my woman, right, and we're just cuddling with each other, right? She's sweating on me, I'm sweating on her, and we just going with the flow of things. That's just normalcy. Just normal. Really, really, darling, really.
Let's talk about it. Yeah.
I'm like, what is that?
Stop playing. We don't like. Stop playing. You ain't be grown up.
All right,
Stop playing.
okay. All right. I want you and Mrs. Hill to come to Las Vegas, and I'm gonna introduce you
Vegas a lot
to
of
places
times.
I've been to. But you haven't been to the places I've been to, so I'll be your tour guide.
Right? What kind of places you
want? No.
But
I'll let y'all
my
talk.
other question was, what's on a good week? What's the how many times you have sex, and on a bad week, how many times you have sex? Like, is it 5 out of 7, 7 out of 7, 1 out of 7 on a bad week? I think we probably like when we're on bad terms, we didn't win some weeks without having sex, period. But like when everything is normal and stuff like that, I think a good week probably we have sex maybe like 6, 7 times out the week on both our sex drives. It's kind of high that week and stuff like that, and we just feeling each other. And on a bad week, probably maybe like 2 or 3 times out the week. Maybe
somebody went weeks without having
see for me right now,
you never did that.
I'm in the stage where
it be feeling like weak shit.
I'll be counting. Trust me.
Okay. I'm in the stage now where we ain't counting. I'm more quality over quantity. Like, that's where we at right now. So that's not to say that the quality and the quantity ain't matching up, but I'm just saying like I'm all about quality because
how do you get old?
But
so hey, that would be like, hey, goddamn, I got 10 good strokes in me, goddamn.
But honestly, the other thing that you got to throw into this conversation, just like I said, is schedules. Okay, like if you and your mate are working crazy hours and on the weekends, and you raising kids, and they gone out of town, and you here, and then it flip flops or whatever, it gets to a point. I know don't nobody want to hear this. It gets to a point where y'all just literally texting each other, "Hey, what your 5 o'clock look like on this day? Oh, what you doing on this day? Oh, I thought you were going out of town on this weekend. Oh no!" And then you start sending. Me and my husband chat. We text a lot of inappropriate stuff. I hope I text through it. I know the people at AT&T just like what, but you find creative ways to try to get that time in. I'm just saying it happens, and that's
we used to role play a lot.
I told you.
We used to.
We all lie. I see it. I see that dramatic, that dramatic part of you. Yeah, what I told you.
I haven't seen
I'm that dramatic
in a long time.
Yeah, you are. No, like seriously. Like, was it the last show where somebody put in the chat about We on Lock got like this superhero voice or something like that? Something
Batman.
Like
he sounded like Batman.
Yes.
like this.
No, he got that.
Where are the other drugs, Stormy?
No, I definitely like I say, for me, it also creates a sense of intimacy. I do think that that's how you stay together longer, and you are able to, connect with each other again, and just kind of, get that good timing. So yeah, I know I definitely be counting. So I don't know what you're talking
But
about.
no, Miss Jovo, I do.
It's more than a week. I'm counting backwards. I'm like, when we do it, that was Wednesdays. This is
Okay, I have a question.
Oh,
I have a question. Darwa asked a question. I got one.
Okay.
Okay, so to what the guy was saying about having sex and what we've all been saying about getting people in the mood. So, maybe I don't know. Do people like make out anymore, or is that like not a thing? And if you do, is that like in concurrence with how much you're making love? So do you guys like, do a heavy petting session but might not do it that day, and then
See,
I
look,
mean,
see, Raven
this
was
is what
raised
Genesis
by
was
some
talking about
seasoned
when you
folks.
love your spouse, because like I could eat his face off. When I say I could just tear the skin off that man. So like
Let me get a
sounds like
caveat.
you
I'm not
like to kiss.
currently married. I got a favorite, So I might be the minority on the panel today. So, it's
You having
still-
sex, ain't you?
Hey,
I
Genesis,
absolutely am.
right. So my question is like, do you
come
guys
on through.
We
Come
talking
on
about
through.
sex. We ain't talking about married sex. We
I
talking
know,
about
right? You don't
sex.
have to be married to make out. Like you
Yeah.
can just make out. But are we like what I'm saying is like, are you guys always, is it always making out and then immediately, intercourse? Or do sometimes you make out maybe 10 times a month and have intercourse 8 times a month?
No,
Play with
we
me,
heavy petting, but it's going to lead to it. Maybe not in that moment, but
Right. That's what I'm
very
saying.
soon after.
Don't touch me unless it's about to be some sex.
Look,
Listen.
I seen Genesis pictures. She looks very, very good.
Thank you.
Listen, Raven, to answer
Yes.
your question, it's just certain things that if it go down in the makeout, I'm gonna be like, don't threaten me with a good time. Like
I know, right?
I'm about to move a session. I'm about to change the schedule. Like, oh, hold on, somebody finna get dropped off for school early. I will be right back.
But isn't that like, I look at that kind of like, the
No.
spice in the marriage or whatever. Like, y'all make out before y'all go to work, and then,
I think
Get that
everybody
home.
is different.
No,
Everybody.
I want my wife to come to my job.
and get you fired.
Hey,
Boy,
we on
stop.
lock. We
You're
on
gonna be
lock.
on a special list. Y'all better stop with that in public.
Hey, we
now.
on
What
lock.
you finna say? What you
We on
finna
lock.
say?
Hey, I feel. Hey, when I was assistant director about maybe a year ago,
Uh-huh.
and that was the first time. That was the first time I had my own office. And
You
the
gonna
desk.
You gonna stop putting my business
I
in the
said,
street?
"What's up with that trench coat and high heels?"
Got to watch it.
And she had to come through there. I had to test it out. Hey, hey, I felt like I had my suit on and my tie on and shit. I was like, yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have to check your prep work.
You fix your time. You be like, you do that thing. That's how when I got fit, I was like, yeah.
Kenny, you
I see your work you all wrong.
That was Candy.
You gonna have to
it was Candy. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
that
sorry.
was Candy, the one with the purple hair.
Oh,
That's who that
see?
was. Yeah.
But to Miss Jovo,
Raven, you missed the picture, Raven. It popped up by accident, Raven. You missed it.
No, I think I
thought
done
it
met
was
Candy
Lakia.
on a lot. I don't think I done met Candy on an occasion or two.
Oh,
I think so.
Hey, I'm gonna have to set up. We're gonna have to set up
between
another group situation so I can see Candy, because like I thought it would look Kim. I was like, who is this picture with?
No, Candy come in different variety of wig colors. That's all I'm
Oh, listen.
Oh yeah, she was definitely
And she
was definitely at our anniversary
Hey,
dinner.
put any wig you want. I'm just gonna tear it off anyway.
You know what, Raven? I have seen Candy, because that's when I told you I came to the dinner with them, and Miss Jovo looking like somebody mama and wife with the cardigan on, and then Candy just coming in with like the feathers on her shoe, and Dora with the suit on, and they looking at each other like, yep, after this, yep. Good times.
She told me one day, she was like, what you want me to wear? I say something skimpy. I don't care
when the skin come out, you know they're gonna act up.
Almost fell out. She was like, he be encouraging my foolishness.
He do.
Like, what?
He does.
The rest of us gotta come up. Put something on. You're showing too much.
Right. He be like, why that's so covered up? Don't you got something shorter than that?
I'm not about to talk. Listen here, this is for me. Hey, y'all can't handle it. Okay. Y'all, if we go out and niggas looking around and women looking around like, oh my gosh, she's naked. Oh, whatever, fuck ever. This is what I want to see. If y'all happen to see a nipple pop out, don't let me know because
I
I'm
can
out
see y'all. I can definitely see y'all in the dungeon. Yep. Find something new. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
But Miss Jovo, I was just playing with you about the old thing because I definitely understand what you're saying because when we was before we got together, I was giving her my all. Like every night, it was a pound session, like hours,
Oh my
2 hours. I'm eating the cat for about 45 minutes.
I
I'm about another hour. I'm making sure she come about 20, 30 times because guess what? She wasn't my wife, and I had to make sure that I put a step on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, this you know what?
She gonna put you. You know she gonna put you ass tonight,
right? So now, when we got married, it was like. And I was like tired some nights, and I was like, damn. And because every night I felt like I had to keep doing what I was doing. And then like we had a talk, and then I realized, like, you know what? Some nights you go get like 10 minutes of great sex. It ain't gonna be an hour all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you talk about.
10 minutes.
Quantity, like I had to realize, like, I don't have to give her an hour all the time. Sometimes I just give her a good pounding. She get to come 1 or 2 times, and that's it. Every night you can't get
now, do you think that's age, or do you think that y'all got comfortable in the marriage?
Comfortable in the marriage, and
that's a good question, Genesis.
And we spending more time with each other because before I used to see her maybe once, like 3 times out the month. So I had time to. I was planning for that session. Like, yeah, when she come in town, I'm about to set it out. Now that we together every day, some days I'm tired, you know, and some days she's tired, and it's like, you know what? But I'm horny, but I just don't feel like pounding for an hour.
Well,
and I
that's
just
what I know.
like, you know what I'm saying?
No, like,
she don't do a lot of work. I'm saying she don't do a lot of work, so it's gonna be me doing all the fucking work.
Take you some Red Bull, you be all right.
Right. So sometimes I want to get pleased, but I just don't want to be up there pounding for an hour. So
last night it was hilarious because both of us had every intention, and then we woke up this morning and realized we had just fell asleep. We was like, "What happened?" He like, "What happened?" You ain't. I'm like, "Listen, I was talking to you.
I'm in the bed naked as hell.
Yeah,
I went to the bed naked as hell. Like I go to the bed. I have my Pepsi because this was my after sex. I got my ice and my Pepsi. So when I get finished going, I got it sitting right there already, so I can take me a swig. Right. So that's how you know I was tired. I got in the bed. I finished up my spades game on my phone, but I didn't finish it up. I fell asleep doing it because after I play my spades, I be playing my spades. I'm like in my head, I'm like, yeah, I get the spades game. I'm gonna do this and that. I fell asleep. And so I woke up, my can of Pepsi wasn't open. My ice was melted up in my drink. And I was like, damn shit.
Yeah, no, it was funny. Somebody, what happened? I'm like, I was talking to you for a second, and then the alarm went off, and it was time to like get up for work. I don't know.
Yeah, so sometimes we do be tired, but you gotta know, like when you get married, like now this your wife. Sometimes it's not gonna be I ain't gotta prove myself every night no more. And that's how it was at the beginning of our marriage. It's like I'm still find a way like I'm proving myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gotta do that shit no more. You get this 10 minutes of good dick and take your ass to sleep.
You stupid.
Oh,
okay,
boy.
Are you done?
Triple OG. That's what I told you. I knew it. I dubbed you this because
you know that's your ass, dog. You know that's your ass,
right? Now that's her ass. I'm the one. I told you, I'm the one pounding. No, I'm the one pounding. That's her ass.
Genesis asked a good question because I think that's the other thing that people have to look at is just being comfortable with each other when you've been with the same person for so long, and it may become monotonous. You know, it may become you notice it's the same day, same time, same position, the sun in the same position, the moon in the same position. Like it just gets that way. I'm just saying it happens. Yeah. So, that's why I tell people, like, do some research. And then don't be afraid to go see a sex therapist. Like, I don't know, like Black people, like we got Black sex therapists out there. I know some. These are my colleagues. Like, no. Well, I'm glad you asked that question because some couples do need a little help and some skills to get things popping again in the bedroom. And Black people,
you gotta suck dick there.
What? Say that.
They
Wait,
teach people how
stop.
to suck some ding-a-ling.
Oh my God, Darwin.
First of all, there are books for that, okay? I promise you, you go to your local Adam and Eve, just go get
You
a book.
said skills.
Yeah, what skills
Just go
like
read it.
intimacy
Adam
and
and
how to
Eve.
create a loving environment. Even the way your bedroom looks can really. I'm just saying, like
You right about that, Miss Jovo. You damn sure right about
Shut
that.
up.
My
Don't, you know
bedroom got a
what?
swing
even
in
the
it.
way your bedroom looks. Like
Don't
sometimes
start
you
that
got
on Beyonce's internet. All right.
yeah, sometimes you got to move some furniture around and make things look sexy. Like and some people don't understand that. Like you have
People
to do
don't
that.
understand that, Miss Jovo.
You have, I mean, I'm just being real with you. You have to do like I know people who complain about, okay, I'm a spontaneous person. Like, why is this person not spontaneous? Well, sometimes you got to be the change you want to see. Like, you stop showing up the same way and show up differently. You know, I'm just saying, like, show up differently. You know, like I am not the same Jovo that I am during the school year than when my daughter goes to stay with grandma for a little while. Like, all the fun stuff comes out, you know, and I don't look the same when I'm cooking dinner during the school year than when it's just me and him here. I don't look the same. And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah. Okay. After that got rather interesting, but yeah. Just for the record, you know, anything crazy my husband says, I'm used to it because he just say anything. So I'm like, I am kind of rather numb to it. I just be like, everybody else be like, what did he say? I'll be like, that's what.
Did I say anything crazy tonight?
Darwin.
No, you didn't say nothing crazy.
No, don't answer the question for him. I want Darwin to go back and watch the show. Like,
No, that's normal.
go back and watch the show, and then you decide. Oh, our friend in the chat, y'all.
Oh,
what's up, Black Trump?
Oh,
how you doing?
In the building.
Lord. Welcome, Black Trump. I bet he got a lot to say on this topic.
Oh, I bet he don't.
I was about to say he didn't came through real late now.
I know, right? But no. Couples do get comfortable, and I'm like Raven. Like, we gotta read, we gotta start exploring other options, and we gotta start having transparent conversations about it. I mean, you know, it ain't like when grandmama and them and auntie them was married back in the day. Well, we don't talk about that. We can talk about it. It's
I got another question. I got another good question. I got another good question to the ladies.
Oh
ladies,
my God.
You still gonna get that wet towel after you done?
What? Oh,
I do.
You know what I'm talking about? That hot wet towel? Do you still go get that hot wet towel after you done?
Darwin, we taking showers. Like, or are we lying in the bliss?
In between.
I just
no, my
so
face.
Y'all have upgraded the wet towel.
Oh my God. Oh,
hey, I just started back doing that about a month ago.
Oh my God.
I was like, you know, I was like, let me get that hot wet towel out of you done.
Now I know what Cannon talking about.
What?
But she just like, you gonna say anything. Oh my God. This some triple OG conversation. He said hot towel.
Well, nah,
I love the after effects.
You know when you first met that woman and it was some good coochie. You was like pulling out all the stops. Like, I'm gonna get the wet towel. I might even make her a meal after. I might warm her plate up. You still hungry, babe? You got that gyro left over in the microwave. You know how niggas was. Now, you know what I'm saying? We get a little bit comfortable and we forget we was doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? So now I was just thinking, like, what did I used to do? I was like, and I got up and I started washing. I was like, remember, I used to make that wet towel scalding hot. Boom, rinse the water out, then go back, slap that thing on that cat real fast. Bow. If you don't know about the hot wet towel, fellas, do the hot wet towel after you beat it up.
We don't know about
get that hot wet towel and put that thing on that cat. I'm telling you, oh my God.
Kenny, you gotta stop letting Darwin do the show like right where the bar area is. He need to do the show from like the kitchen or somewhere. He's feeling that cocktail.
You see, he got that glass in his hand. Okay, the rare form.
I'm saying, oh my God, this is hilarious.
Iced tea.
Anybody see Monsters Ball? Anybody see Monsters Ball? Like,
oh my God!
Right at the
Don't
end.
remind me.
When
Don't remind me.
she get the business, and he looks at her. She looks at him and says, "You want some ice cream?" I'm like, she's like, "Yeah."
Oh my God. Yeah, and but the other part of this is you got to be able to tell your partner what you want to, because some people think it's a guessing game, and it in real life it's not like that. Like, I need y'all to like get off these movies. They ain't gonna just read you. Like, you need to say what you want. Say what you want.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, but I get in trouble too many times for especially watching porn. Especially watching porn. It's like he's like, "Yeah, you watch too much porn." I'm like, "So what? Watch it with me. Goddamn, you might learn something." Shit.
Well, were you watching it and like not, doing other stuff, or were you watching it and trying to like?
We don't do no out of the ordinary type shit. We don't do none of that hokey pokey type.
Hokey poke.
No, I think she was asking, are you using it like as a teaching tool or learning tool?
No, we're just having fun. Like, yeah.
That's curious.
Can you imagine us doing like that? Like, let's go to Priscilla's.
Like, hey, we don't like. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. My wife had a talk with me, so I had to be mindful of that, because you say porn desensitizes you, right? So I had to be mindful of that because I didn't want to be neglecting her. So I had to cut it down a little bit. But you know what? My wife is so sexy. Sometimes I done it and still wanted to do her too. So that's why I tell people sex is the most important thing ever in relationships. You have to marry someone you is extremely attractive to.
You know she's gonna pop upside the head when all this is over with, right?
We gonna fuck.
That's he's dead on though. You have to be attracted to the person you're with.
Yes.
Yep. I think that's super important. It was almost like I was almost gonna make a different decision. Like when it was time, when he like came and he was like, "Yeah, let's get married." I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to do that, because I feel like he gonna be getting away with a lot of stuff. Because
she actually told me that while she was crying. She was crying too. I just think you just go. I just can't tell you how I really feel and how it is, because I think you're just gonna use that and just do me how you want to. And I'm just like, nah, baby, I'm gonna do you how I feel that. You got pull out that pimp voice. You gotta pull out that pimp voice. No, baby. No,
oh my God. This is hilarious.
I'm not gonna do you how I want to.
Yellow for the mellow, money for the
I said, now kiss the ring.
Go to bed. Go to bed right now.
This is funny. Oh my God. No, attraction is very important. And staying attractive, like not letting yourself get comfortable, like you gotta you want different stuff, you gotta do different stuff too. I just cannot stress that enough. You have to do that.
True.
Like, me and my husband look nothing like our wedding picture, nothing like the picture of our first date, none of that stuff. But you have to do stuff to like keep each other attracted. Like, I like cologne. Like, wear some cologne. Like, don't be rolling up around me. He a mechanic, so it's like, do I have to see you in your work clothes all the time? Like, surprise me. You know? Yeah.
I think that I want to do a wedding day present challenge. I think we should start that tomorrow on Facebook. Wedding day present challenge, because you said neither one of us looks like how we look.
Oh, like wedding picture and then what we look like now.
Yeah, you still should look attractive to your mate. Like, I know it's certain things that you just don't care about. Like, everybody say, like, I don't care if my wife gains 300 pounds. Well, I fucking do. You know, I'm saying that right.
And most people care, Darwin. Most people care. They just been conditioned to say, "Oh, I can't say that out loud because that's." But no, that's real. That's real.
My wife will tell you, I wanted her to gain weight. I wanted some meat on that. You know what I'm saying? She walked around one day looking like olive oil off motherfucking pie. I said, you need fuck that. You about to put some weight on you, goddamn.
Oh my God.
Meat on that.
Oh, Kenny, that's why you've been wearing these cutoff shorts. Then you've been.
I want meat to come off for it.
If a motherfucker tell you they don't like a lot some meat on them bones, they lying like a motherfucker.
Okay, all right. Darwin for the BBWs. Okay, so
Darwin for president.
Well, hey, Tamashi was like, let's go to Golden Corral.
okay. So on that note, let's go ahead and close it out. It's getting late.
No, I had another question.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh Lord.
I can't wait to come back.
This gonna be my last question. So, ladies, what's like a like something that your spouse does that makes you that lets you know like, oh, I ain't getting none tonight, or what's something that they do that let you know you is getting some tonight? Like throughout the day, if you peep something, you be like, oh shit, is over with tonight. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Well,
Y'all know because
I got a good one.
Because I don't have a spouse and we're not living in the same household because I have little children at home still.
Right.
We trying to get it in every time we see each other. So
yeah,
I'm jealous.
That dating phase. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. I love that. So it's like if we ever get into like debates or discussions about like finances and our whole day is full of texts regarding that, ain't nobody going up. But like
you spark it.
It's certain it'll be certain things that I might wear or like, you know, I like to flirt with my husband. I still do. And I'll be like doing a therapy session and I'll be texting and I'm like, oh, hold on just a moment. I'll say something like, this is from an important client or an important call. It ain't really super. It's just him like saying, and I'm like, you know, saying some stuff like, remember when I blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Blah, 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 blah. and then that's, you know, like I tell people with kids all the time, see, y'all ain't catching on. These children need a bedtime. Like some of y'all ain't getting on because you let your kids stay up all hours of the night. Not in my house. Children got a limit at this house. Like if you up past 9:30, no.
Take your ass to bed. I'm trying to fuck.
Like what?
No, listen.
Like kids have bedtime. That's why structure is important. Like mama and daddy, that's the other part of this. Like it's some parents, y'all ain't been together for a long time. Like putting them kids to bed. Okay.
My daughter's still up.
They walk.
Well, I'm gonna say I can't relate to that one because I'm always down for the morning wood. So you don't have to put them to bed if you do it in the morning a few times before I go to work. However, I think, like what you said, Jovo, if we are talking about like finances or something like that, I'm fairly sure we're probably not going to be, you know, because your mind's somewhere else.
Right.
But I mean, playful banter. If he got like a lot of smart little comments he want to make, and then come home with like a Red Bull and something like that, then I know he's probably gonna be on the even time.
With a Red Bull.
That Red Bull.
When he come home with a Red Bull, oh man.
Downtown.
As a matter of fact, it gives you more than wings, huh?
It's overtime, right? I need to do my yoga stretches. Y'all be thinking, man.
Me, literally, I really don't know until I like try to grab that cat and she be like, I'm on my period. And I'd be like, oh, okay, fuck.
Wait.
Like,
Time out. Wait a minute. That's not what I thought we were talking about.
That's the only time I be knowing when I'm not go get none. Like
I'm telling y'all,
Darwin.
In Darwin old life, he was that dude, triple OG. Like, but no, you know who you remind me of? You giving me you know my show is The Shy on Showtime. You giving me what's his name, Daddy? The dude Darnell. Darnell vibes. Like, no, you give me Darnell vibes, like that one dude who just say everything.
No, but
everything
like,
as soon as it pops, before it even gets, it's like
what comes up comes out
immediately.
No, right. Her sex drive is obviously higher than mine. So whenever I just be like, yeah, I'm about to get me some tonight. And the only time I'm disappointed is when she on her period. You know, like she's never get, except for the other night. I should be thinking you cheating because that excuse you gave me the other
Lord.
night was like some cheating shit.
This is so funny to me. Oh my God. Oh my God.
But they say when you change up, they say
Oh my
when hey, don't they
tonight.
say when they do some shit that's out of ordinary, that mean they doing some shit? Y'all know what they be saying. You know what they be saying. Talk about something her hair hurt. You know.
Right. You gotta do what works for you.
First of all, it's not even what I said. And second of all, leave the intuition to women, okay?
Okay. Okay, please.
What'd you say then?
Please. But no, couples got to do what works for them. So I'm encouraging all couples.
That's right. She had a stomach ache, and I say I don't even go that deep. The fuck? Yeah. I say I don't even be that deep. Goddamn it! I ain't about to. You don't be trying to pump me up like I'm about to be all in your motherfucking stomach and shit. I don't even be doing that goddamn deep. Stop playing with me.
You gonna get it. You gonna go in the fucking. You need to put that shit down, bro. You need to put that shit down.
You've reached your limit, Darwin. You've reached your limit. Look at Black Trump. Look at Black Trump in the comments. Like he all for this stuff. Like he all for it. This gonna be the one show, Darwin, that you and Black Trump y'all hear with this ninja stuff. Like I just said.
Oh my God!
Come on, y'all. You know that ain't true.
But no. The sex talk can go to a lot of places. As
Obviously,
we see.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yep.
Really? You don't say.
Like I feel like we need to let Darwin host part 2 of this and call it the brown liquor session.
I'm still flabbergasted.
No.
And Raven on the screen looking like a 2-year-old. Like, why did my dad say that? Like,
I just don't even know what's happening right now.
Right.
Y'all talking about dick and stomachs, and I just don't know. I just need to take a breather. Okay.
Hold on, let me. But see.
Well, I'm just gonna leave it at this. You know.
Okay.
He's mine, and I'm gonna stick beside him.
That's all you can do, Queen. That's all you can do. We're here for you.
That's what it is.
I could definitely see.
Just letting it be known. I ain't one of them dudes out there that's complaining about not having sex with their wife like these other crazy dudes is, and they need to understand them. Your wife don't like you.
He ain't doing it right.
You know who their wife is, and this probably for another show. Them wives making them YouTube videos talking about they letting their husbands choose their friends and they ain't going on girl trips and all this stuff.
Yeah,
that's who ain't.
Because submissive women don't have a sexual appetite. If you're a real submissive woman, you don't need a sexual appetite.
What?
Exactly. They go on them girl summer trips.
Yes.
That's a whole nother show. That's a whole other
No. Because if you're not, think about it. If you're really submissive, you would not be out here having intercourse. And if you're not having intercourse and you're not trying to get to know your body, obviously you don't have a sexual appetite. So
let your woman come back, refresh.
I heard it all.
Nice.
Okay. Well, you know, let's go ahead and close it out on the shots fired because you know I like a little mess sometimes
I'm
here and
just saying.
there. So good stuff. But
Like,
She can come on to this.
Words on the topic, so we can go ahead and get up out of here for the night. Who wants to start off with final words?
I go first.
All right.
Final thoughts.
Yeah.
Piggybacking on what I just said, like, use that energy. Those of us who were talking about, you know, husbands need to pick your friends. You don't need to go on girl trips. You need to act like a lady. Sis, use all that energy to put that spark and that energy back in your household and in your bedroom, specifically your bedroom. Okay? Like, worry about yourself. I'm just saying.
All right. I like it. Who's next? Who ready to go?
I'll go next.
Oh Lord. Go ahead, babe. You can
Ms.
say what
Jovo,
you want to say.
I like your glasses, Miss Jovo.
Thank you.
All I got to say is apple crown and hot towel.
That's it. Okay.
Oh my God.
Raven, you want to go? Okay.
Shalom, everybody. Don't forget the classes are still $1,800. They will never be discounted because I'm dropping jewels around here. Always remember, submissive wives do not have a sexual appetite. It is masculine for you to want to have an orgasm. Obviously.
Pow, 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 pow.
Obviously. So, ladies, if you want to be masculine, tap into that orgasm. If you don't, if you want to be super feminine, super, I'm talking about super supreme Saiyan feminine. Don't. Okay. Don't even let it get wet. It needs to be dry. Like the Bible that you're reading. Dry like the pages of the Bible you're reading from.
What freaky shit is that?
Genesis, go. Y'all is cutting up tonight.
And for those of you that find yourselves older or more seasoned like myself and you're no longer married, then you don't have to go home to a box of wine. You just find you a man and then you get some. So you won't be bitter and all upset and not smiling like some of these other folks out here.
Ooh, okay. Good stuff.
She said she go get her some. Fuck that.
Absolutely.
What we got? We on lock. What we got?
Hi.
I'll take good care of you. That's what a man is supposed to do.
Come on with the 90s R&B.
And I'll be there for you all the time. Let your head down. Let me get you in the mood. And I'm not crying this time. Check this out. Take me with you.
Okay, y'all is cutting up. So I'm just gonna close it out by saying, make sure you find your person. Make sure you find somebody that you are compatible with, that is sexually as well as other areas, because it is super important to the success of a relationship, I personally believe. And good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the ladies' room. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we will see you again on next Wednesday.
That's your husband. That is your husband.